Why, hello. Welcome to session 22, if my numbering is correct, of Call of Cthulhu Murmurs at the Abyss. In 7th edition Call of Cthulhu, I am your keeper, Stu, and we have players. Would anyone like to introduce themselves? Or should I call on you?
I'm Kimmy. I'm playing Doris Daniels, who has a Western/Southern accent, and I'm going to remember that. And she's kind of an adventurer, sharpshooty, fighty type who's been around the world. She also writes books, but she doesn't actually write them. And she's currently at a book signing for her most recent release.
Hi, I'm Jim. I'm playing Isidore Holzman, archaeologist and crusader for good. He is currently excited about a book signing and hopefully putting an end to unspeakable evil, which, that would be a plus.
I'm Tyler. I'm playing Melvin Tanker, bootlegger and crusader for money.
Hi, I'm Pooja. I am playing Camilla, librarian who may have gotten a little out of her depth, but is ready to see this thing through to the end.
And I am CADave, playing Dmitry Andreevich Tupolev, former of the Russian army, then spent some time in the UK, and now finds himself having traveled the world far more than he ever expected, and probably losing his mind very soon.
Is that everyone? Okay. So, would someone like to recap what happened last session?
Please.
It's only been 80 months.
Does someone remember what happened last session?
I remember the end.
I have notes.
I don't remember all of the things that happened. I mean, I kind of do, but I don't know where sessions began and ended.
Want me to go through my notes, or someone?
Well, I'll take anything at this point.
We found a... the things I really remember is we met with Doris, convinced her to help us. We went to the crime scene of that guy who got torn apart by the Hound of Timberlos. Let's be real, it was the yoga dog. And we saw the name Bernard Ryan on that person's ledger, the owner of Ryan's Books down the street. The tailor who was with the Hound of Timberlos issues, read a lot, and he had gotten, caught up a little bit in the biography of Thomas of Bath. Went to the bookstore, and the kind of big MacGuffin thing was the Xanthic or Zorthic folio. Xanthic folio. Yeah. It was about 2 feet by 1 feet, made of leather, not that kind of leather. 8 pages. And it says, the King in Yellow derived from this work of mathematics. When believed the folio was a series of charts, base 23, and that the play describes the functions, or at least the results of the functions. We searched the tailor's apartment and found the folio, and we yoinked it along with the biography of Thomas of Bath. Isidore went to the next door apartment, and then we, by accident, kind of just stumbled into somebody else's home, and we made our escape. Doris's book signing was very, very popular. We went back to the hotel to examine the folio. And while Doris did her, book signing. The symbols on the pages are unintelligible to any of us anyway, but there were a lot of notes along the edges in Russian. Dmitry translated them and the Hounds of Tindalos, Biyaki, Hastor, and other Hastor-related situations were all mentioned in those notes. There is also a lot of math. And since none of us are mathematicians, and Hound of Tindalos ate Einstein, I'm not sure how we're going to deal with this math situation. Because Tesla doesn't do the maths, apparently. And...
Super well.
You know. So, we're gonna have to figure that one out. Unfortunately, Dimitri's mind broke under the pressure of being inundated with all of this information.
Reading all that math was not so good for me.
In
real life.
I was about to say. It's totally relatable. Meanwhile, a man came into Dolores' signing, and while that's not so odd, when he got to the front, he asked her to make the inscription out to Abigail Athenbright. Dun dun dun.
And that's where we left it off, isn't it?
That is where we left it off.
That was the double cliffhanger. The
Right.
book signing, and I still don't know what's going to happen to me.
Right.
And, like, I guess before all this happened, since I found the beginning of my notes from last session, we saved the president, Harding. Abigail now knows we're alive again. Still. Isidore telegraphed Tesla to see how the work on the machine to get us back into the dreaming is going. It's coming along, but we had to write a letter to the university to ensure they stop pestering him to teach the maths, specifically.
Because, well, he probably was okay at math, but he's no Einstein.
Well, then he shouldn't have a problem teaching, and he needs to quit complaining about it. You don't have to be Einstein to teach university-level maths. As a lot of
Good point.
professors could probably tell you.
Yeah, because the students in the class are also not Einstein.
Right.
Yeah.
And how are they going to know?
Although,
Watch you have like a freaking Sheldon in there that questions everything and goes,
Well, but that
actually-
that person would not be happy with the actual Einstein either.
true.
So obviously Tesla needs to suck it up.
I
Lean
think
in.
I think it's more for him, it's a case of he doesn't want to teach the maths because then it takes him away from his projects that he's actually passionate about.
That's understandable. We are also passionate about the projects that he is working on.
So, yeah.
Hence
Right.
setting him up as Einstein. Ravenloft.
True. But the thing is, it's in our best interest to try to give him as much time to focus in on what we want him to do versus what the university wants him to do. Although I'm kind of with you. Come on, just teach the math. Get over it.
I'm just saying, like, emergency, oh no, they're asking me to do something, telegrams.
Yeah, but also, whenever he actually takes a role at the university where he has to speak in front of a bunch of people, it heightens the danger of him being discovered as not what we have presented him to be.
all it takes is one person who's met Einstein.
Mm-hmm.
True. But we have more immediate problems to deal with.
Yes. All right. Is your internet back, Kimmy?
Yes, it seems like it's working better.
Okay, because I kind of want to start with you.
Of course you do. Okay.
So, let me ask you a question. Just
Okay.
sort of like, or just a random kind of question that GMs like to ask. Did you go to your book signing armed?
I think I would at least have the special pistol I got from my dad. It's kind of like my Lucky Charm keepsake. I don't think
Okay.
I would have come like normally. I would have a lot
Loaded
more
to-
guns on me, but I don't think I would have
But
brought
you would-
all of them
okay.
to that. So.
All right.
It's your weighted blanket in firearm form.
Yeah, it's sort of like keeping my dad with me there.
So the guy standing before you is about 6'5", 6'6". He's wide. Looks like he might probably a laborer or something like that, because he's dressed kind of in coveralls. Mm-hmm. Maybe a farmer. I don't know. His hands are definitely calloused, and he's big. And the last thing he said to you last session, when you asked who to make the inscription out to, was Abigail Athenbright. And then he kind of looks down at you, and he's looking down from a long distance, because you're seated, and he smiles very broadly.
All right, she's gonna smile awkwardly. I'm sorry, could you repeat that name?
Abigail Athenbright. Would you like me to spell it?
She like squints at him for a second because she's not sure he could, and then why don't we take a moment to speak in private?
Certainly.
She's gonna kind of like wave to the people, kind of like organizing all the other people. Just 1 minute.
Okay, they're kind of looking around confused.
Yes. So I'm gonna walk off to the side with him. What is it that you want?
What do you mean?
Abigail sent you.
Who?
Abigail Athenbright.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. What? I don't remember walking in here. Who are you?
I am a world famous author that's going to do the signing. I'm laughing. I'm trying to keep a straight face.
Dave muted his mic.
Yeah,
I can see him guffawing.
And you're at my book signing, and you offered me $5 for a signature. Who did you want me to make it out to again?
What is your name?
Doris Daniels.
I'm sorry, I've never heard of you. I don't read much.
All right. Well, you have a nice day then.
Okay. He kind of walks out of the store, looking around. Okay.
Does he seem like legitimately, like I don't know if I need to roll anything, like see if he's like legitimately confused or
make a roll, yeah.
On. Okay. What would that be?
Oh, I need a character sheet. I don't remember any of this stuff.
Spot hidden?
It wouldn't be spot hidden, I don't think. It could be, I don't know.
Firearms? I'm good at that.
I mean, that's one way to threaten the truth out of people.
Psychoanalysis?
I would say, I was thinking psychology.
Cool.
I don't think there's a detect lies.
No, there isn't. We'll do psych.
I mean, it could be the flip side of fast talk.
That's true. Good. Either one of those. I would say fast talk.
Thank you, Butcha. Oh, I rolled a 6.
What is your skill?
56.
Boom. Okay. You're certain that he is genuinely confused. You think whatever is going on, it's some kind of that weird mumbo jumbo.
All right. Yeah. So, and everyone else has gone back to the hotel, correct?
Correct. That's where we're going to go right now.
Okay. I'm gonna go and see if there is a phone in this establishment.
Okay. All right.
And see if I can ring the hotel and see if I can get a hold of my friends.
All right. As I recall correctly, Dave rolled a 100. Is that correct?
I did.
On your sanity check, as you were translating all of this extremely hyperdimensional math.
That's bad, right?
Yes, yes, that is as bad as it gets.
By the way, I apologize out there if anybody hears noises like an angry Wookiee behind me when I'm talking, because my dog just decided that that's the noise she makes when she's playing with the other dog.
We need you.
Okay. So you're not feeling at all well. Something, maybe, because I think you went and got sandwiches for everyone or something when you guys started, and maybe it's not agreeing with your stomach or something. You don't feel very well at all.
I should have washed up after getting rid of that kidney.
Forgot all about the kidney.
Really glad I didn't write down the kidney.
Yeah. Every so often you find a pocket kidney. Some spare
Started with
change.
burritos, and now here we are.
Spare change. Human organ. Amazing what you find in your pockets. Okay. Like you think you might be sick.
Oh, I must go lay down. I am not feeling very well in the stomach. Excuse me, and then like he'll do the hustle for the other room and the
Okay.
restroom.
Okay. So as far as what you've been able to glean out of this book, it seems to be talking about the kind of mathematics necessary to understand what happens with additional dimensions above and beyond space and time. Some of the things that it seems to indicate that you can learn through this is contacting with quite a variety of what it refers to, what the notes on the side refer to as entities, and that's probably an accurate translation that Dimitri gave you from the writing. Oh, Isidore reads Russian too, obviously, right?
I do, yes.
Correct. Okay. But there's a lot of names that you don't recognize. I'm not going to say which ones, but they're just names. What appear to be names that you don't recognize on things that you can contact or to commune with. Sort of like the commune with Haster extravaganza you had early on. That sort of thing.
Okay. I don't have anything in mathematics. Chemistry's the lowest thing I got, so I'm not good at that.
Pardon?
I don't know where to go from here, honestly. So I'm all like the mega shrugs.
So are you guys studying this further? What is your inclination? Do you want to start the studying process?
I think so. I mean, I'd like to know. So the folio describes how our dimension interacts with the other dimensions.
Yes.
And I want to know that so we can stop Avio.
Okay. So I'm assuming you guys have been working for hours on this.
Yeah,
Probably.
sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's a roll let me look for a second. There's a roll you're supposed to make when you're looking through this stuff.
What would I have to roll to see if I have any contacts at Caltech?
Maybe credit rating, maybe?
Okay.
I'm guessing.
That's a good one.
Doesn't get used for much, but I would think it would be appropriate.
Maybe like a particular subject.
Oh, that could be too. Yeah. Or like if you're looking for someone like in your field, you probably. I don't even know if I'd make you roll. But your field is like what, history?
Archaeology.
Archaeology. Do you have mathematics? Is math a skill?
Closest thing I have is like chemistry. I don't have any hard mathematics science.
Okay. Yeah, I would say credit rating then. 'Cause I'm assuming you're looking for like a mathematician or something like that.
Yes.
Okay.
I got a 24 out of 30.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Dr. Rachel Moss, who you met at some sort of event, a social event at some point on the East Coast,
Okay.
or perhaps you were colleagues at some point, and now she's working at Caltech.
I just call her and let her know that I'm in California and I've stumbled onto some fairly odd equations from a manuscript that I uncovered in a dig. And was wondering if she would like to collaborate with me in deciphering some of these maths.
Okay. You're going to sending with the telegram?
Call
Oh,
first.
telephone call. Okay. Probably need to go in the lobby to do that, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I basically pull out a folio that has a whole bunch of business cards in it,
Mm-hmm.
and I pull out her card and dial the number.
Okay. Ring, 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 ring. Caltech, Department of Mathematics. How may I direct your call?
Hi, this is Professor Holtzman. I'm looking for Dr. I'm sorry, whatever her name on my head.
Rachel Moss.
Rachel Moss.
I
is out.
think she's in. Can you hold on one moment?
Certainly.
Yes, she is working late. I'll ring you over.
Thank you.
Boop, 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 boop. Moss.
Professor Moss, this is Professor Holtzman. I don't know if you remember me, but we met briefly at the conference on blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yes. Yes, I remember you.
I happen to be in the lovely state of California. And I have discovered a fairly old manuscript that seems to have some actually oddly advanced mathematics within it that seems to be a little bit outside of my depth. I instantly remembered your name when trying to decipher these equations, and was wondering if you would like to collaborate with me on a paper that I'm preparing on the subject.
Well, I don't know if I could commit to that, but I'm certainly interested in seeing what you've got. That sounds intriguing, but I'd have to see it to see if that's something I can
So,
fit in my
out of
schedule.
character, is there some kind of courier service or something that could deliver something like that? Does that exist, or
I'm
would I
sure.
have to-
Yeah, I'm sure something like that.
I go, well, I am prepared to write down some copies of some equations for you and send them to you via messenger if you're interested. And maybe you can just get back to me, and I basically give her where I'm staying.
Okay. Yeah, certainly. She gives you the address where she is and says, if you're going to courier it, I'm only going to be here for the next, I probably won't get out of the office until about midnight. It's, what do we say, it was early evening?
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking it's probably at least 8 to 10 hours for somebody to get from San Francisco to.
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Says, well, I will try to get these to you post haste. Of course, until my paper is published, I'd like to keep this discovery between you and I, if that's at all possible.
Of course. Yes.
I would hate to have some glory-seeking individual try to intercept my discovery.
I understand. I keep my office locked because of such people.
And I go, well, thank you so much. You'll probably be expecting those papers tomorrow, late morning or early afternoon.
Very well.
Thank you so much for your collaboration. I look forward to working with you.
Yes, I will be in contact once I've had a chance to review them.
Thank you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully sort of just pull out equations without trying to basically shelter her from the more harmful parts of these manuscripts.
Okay.
But, I'm going anything having to do with Haster, anything having to do with dream dimensions, things that partake specifically to what we are looking at, and get those equations out to her as soon as I can have those copied over and sent.
Okay. All right. So you go back to the room
Would
and...
it be better, possibly? I mean, now that we have the folio, is there advantage to staying in San Francisco as opposed to going down and meeting with her in person?
I mean, is there anything else we wanted to decipher here? I guess you're right. It
feels like the amount of back and forth would be excessive.
True. How does everyone else feel about that? And I know Dimitri's not feeling very well, so...
Actually, I think I'd probably come back in about then. Looking much better. Like, something just didn't sit right. Looking at all that weird math or something just made me very upset. But I'm better now. I'm better.
Good. Then maybe Camilla is correct, and we should travel forthwith to south to Pasadena or Los Angeles area and have this mathematician that I know go over these equations and see if there's anything that we could decipher off of them. I would rather actually, now that you bring it up, keep my eye on who's ever perusing these and make sure that they don't jump off a building like the previous mistake we made.
And what's this mathematician's name?
Rachel Moss.
Oh. Interesting.
There was a
It's
knock
good
at
that
the
you
door.
know someone here.
There's a knock at the door.
I go to answer it.
It's Bellman. Says there's a urgent phone call from Doris Daniels downstairs.
Oh. And I go down to take it.
Okay.
Camilla? Camilla, is that you?
Yes, what's happening?
So, I'm at my book signing, and a very strange fella just showed up asking me to sign a book for Abigail. And then I pulled him aside, and he seemed to forget the whole thing and didn't even remember why he was there.
That is not a good sign.
No, I don't think so.
Come meet us at the hotel very quickly. We're leaving San Francisco, and I think it would be best then if you came with us.
Well, can you swing by and pick me up at my book signing in a few minutes? I do have to sign some books.
Yes, of course.
Right. I mean, you have to pack and everything, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. But that would be.
I don't think we were planning on leaving right this moment, but.
Right. That's all right. But as soon as possible, because there are some. Abigail's mind controlling people.
Yes, as soon as you can, come to the hotel, and we'll all stay together. Safety in numbers and all that.
I like this plan. Yes. All right. And are y'all armed?
I believe Isadora and Melvin are both armed. Yes.
So no, I'll bring more guns. It'll be fine. All right. I will see you soon then.
Yes, as soon as you can.
All right. Bye. I'm gonna go back and start signing books, but on alert now,
Okay, all right.
And then my pistol's actually gonna be in my lap, not in my handbag.
Okay. All right.
Fantastic. I'm gonna go back up and let Isidore know what happened.
Oh my.
We seem to have stumbled across some kind of... Abigail's power is growing.
Yes. Yes, it is.
How so?
Yes, and Dimitri, how would you...
She seems everywhere. She knows everything. Every time we make a move, there's people on a train ready to kill us already. It's always something.
Your accent seems quite remarkably reduced today, Dimitri.
Oh. I hadn't really noticed.
That is quite odd. It was quite thick.
And, like, can we signal to Melvin somehow?
Sure. Let's see what sort of...
Called out. Wow. See, if you'd all been helping me like that last session, I wouldn't have forgotten so much.
So you're trying to signal to him. This would be more of Melvin making a spot hidden roll, I think.
Okay.
So she's like moving eyebrows, pointing, trying subtly. I'm assuming subtly, right?
Yes, I would like to be subtle about it.
Right.
Less Naked Gun 33 and a third. More
Spot
like...
hidden. Oh, that's actually really good.
Oh, thank
One of
goodness.
my best stats. Oh, no, sorry. That's the 10. 19.
Oh,
Not 91.
boom. Okay, all right. So something's afoot, and you probably are also noticing the fact that Dimitri, who's always spoke with a very thick Russian accent, now isn't.
My fast talk skill is very low. So while I regret blurting out the thing about the accent, it's very much in character. Ah, well... In that case, let's, I suppose we could just sit quietly and wait, then, for the moment.
So when do we want to go for to see this mathematician?
You know, we really have to see how it pans out over the next few days.
Okay. Do you think we're safe here?
We're never safe. But that's a relative thing.
I mean, Abigail, we are aware that Abigail is aware of us. So it's not like... anything would change that?
It's enough to almost lead you into despair, really.
True. This has been a very difficult and trying ordeal for all of us. Attempted murder, actual murder, the amount of blood.
It's just amazing to me that we've actually survived all of this.
It really is. Who would have thought that escaping the Great War would have led to something far more harrowing?
They say that the most difficult thing is surviving. And at times, from what I've seen, they're right.
When I was in prison, I remember talking to a soldier, and I asked him how he managed to get through. And he basically says, you concentrate on not getting killed and trying to make sure that the guy next to you doesn't get killed either. And that's pretty much the best you can do. I suppose we're doing exactly the same thing. I mean, for all intents and purposes, we are in a war, although the soldiery is limited.
No, I suppose one of the other things that soldiers say is to make the best of the time that you have. And one of the best things, I suppose, or from all the soldiers that I have met, don't pretend to know the agonies of war, but some food, I think, would sit well with all of us, right? I mean, the sandwiches didn't agree with you, Dimitri, so something else maybe, perhaps?
I'm feeling better. Kind of hungry, actually. You know that nature abhors a vacuum.
I actually do giggle at that. I'm like, well, perhaps we should go to the cafe downstairs and procure ourselves something to eat.
Well, you know what? Melvin can help me out, and we'll bring something back to the room.
Sounds good.
We'll just be gone a few minutes.
Okay.
I take out a deck of cards and I go, Dimitri?
Sure.
Start playing some pinochle or something.
Unless we're outside of, like, hearing distance from the room.
Okay.
You think it's safe to leave them in there together?
Probably not, but we need the element of surprise. I do not believe for a moment that Dimitri is in control of his own faculties.
Oh no, not at all.
So, would it be possible to subdue him? Could you do that?
I mean, you can, but do you think he's dangerous?
Anyone controlled by Abigail Offenbright is absolutely a danger to us and to everyone around in this world.
Okay. Let's go get some food real quick so we don't come back empty-handed.
Well,
And then we'll subdue him.
yes. Instead of that, why don't we go back saying that we forgot our wallets or something? I don't want to leave him there with Isidore for too long.
That's probably a smart idea.
Okay, let's go back.
Go back inside the room.
1 second. So we sit down to start playing cards, but could I get a description of the room?
Your hotel room, the hotel room you're in.
More than just generic hotel room, like.
I would say this is there are probably two beds, like probably twin size or full. I don't know what they would put in hotels back then. There's probably a nightstand between them. There's a little bit of walk space on either side of both of the beds. One of them has probably got a little bit of a gap between the wall that has a window that looks out. The door to enter the place is probably in an alcove on the opposite wall of that. Restroom in this era, I imagine, would be down the hall. Probably wouldn't be in the hotel room, I'm guessing.
Depends on how fancy a hotel, really.
Oh, well, it's next door to that really fancy hotel, so then it might have its own water closet. So we'll assume it does, and that'll be like, if you're walking into the room, that'd be to your left. And there's probably a dresser there and maybe a wardrobe as well.
Is it like radiant heat?
Probably.
Like radiators and a boiler downstairs somewhere, or is it like fireplace in the room?
I would say probably radiators.
Okay. I think I'd probably go, maybe I wasn't quite feeling so good. I need to use the restroom again. One moment on the cards. I'm sorry, Isidore.
Hold on for just a second. Let me just take your temperature real quick. And I put my hand on his forehead and sort of like tap on his lymph nodes and stuff like that. I'm just trying to buy time.
Okay. Coincidentally, his forehead is burning.
Dimitri, you're on fire. You definitely have something.
Yes, I think I do. I'm going to go splash some water on my face.
No, this is more than that. You should draw yourself a cold bath and see if you can bring down your cold temperature. I'll help you.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you. So, if he's going for the bathroom, can I do pick up the book thing of weird maths?
Yeah, well, we'll assume that was sitting. Like, okay, probably more to this room because I forgot all about that. There was probably a table, like a desk, with a couple of chairs next to it. And that would be sort of against the same wall as the where the bathroom door is. Okay. Just kind of off from there. So yeah, it's probably.
I follow along and yeah.
Right.
Do I need to make like a sleight of hand roll to do that?
It's
unobtrusively.
Woof, that's tough.
It's a big book.
Just a 2 foot by 1 foot folio.
It's not. It is not small. If you would like, I would let you make one of those, like a sleight of hand roll. But I'm going to put you at a disadvantage, which means you need to roll 2 tens dice and take the highest. Because this is not a large room.
Okay.
And I don't know if you picked up on this, but they're kind of suspicious about you, so they might be watching.
I got a little something there. But, so I got a 25.
Wow.
Guys really love CADave.
What is your...
Sometimes, and then I'll roll 100.
I was going to ask you what your sleight of hand is, and you probably don't know what your sleight of hand is. Okay, yeah, that would succeed.
Okay.
So you would basically kind of walk by and sort of like fold it, and you did it. If anyone is like really watching him like a hawk right now, I will allow you to make a roll to see if you beat his sleight of hand.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on him because I'm very suspicious.
Okay. I would say probably spot hidden would be the thing here.
Yeah.
And I need to open up rules really quick because I don't remember exactly how this works.
Fine, man. I didn't even make my spot hidden roll.
Well, then I don't need to look up the rules. Okay.
I rolled an 86. What can I do, man? Dice and dice.
You 86'd it.
Exactly.
All right.
But I'm totally following you to the bathroom to
murder you in there.
Yep. I feel like someone's going to drown in a bathtub this session. I don't know why exactly, but it's there.
Oh my god, we need to go back in there. We need to get back in there and save people.
If there's any other player character, it could probably just kill me without a thought. It's totally Dimitri.
Or Melvin. Or Doris.
Yeah.
It's literally just you and me versus everyone else who has physical power.
All we have is nerd power. And that's gotten us quite a ways, by the way.
We saved the president.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If it was just the rest of us, we would have just blindly stumbled into the first yogurt dog and been like, well, I guess that's it, guys.
I just find it hilarious that the first combat rolls I'm going to make in this game are against the PC.
Welcome to Call of Cthulhu.
No kidding. I think we've had, like, in every single one of these sessions, 5 total sets of combat.
Yeah, not very much.
Yeah, because they never really turned out very well for us. I mean,
and most of them
literally can't hit the broadside of the barn.
I did hit the broadside of that barn.
But as soon as we get into the bathroom, like I'll turn on the water in the sink.
Okay.
Too, and start to,
splash cool water in your face.
And maybe splash water into a book written with ink that would run.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no, we have to get there before this happens. How long have we been gone? We had like a 2-line conversation outside and came right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that big a room. We didn't go on a journey.
Let's say.
I'm assuming you guys are going to come in like right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You guys walk in. Was the bathroom door open or closed when you walked in? Open. Okay. So the bathroom.
Probably.
So they're not in the main room, and you can hear water running.
I'm going to run to the bathroom because I think he's trying to drown Isidore.
And
That
you
is
see,
also my assumption when I see both of them gone.
Yeah.
you see Dimitri standing. His back is to you. He's standing at the sink. We'll assume you open the door. The sink is like the first thing you see, and you turn to go to the toilet and then the shower.
Sure. But I'm pretty much just standing at the sink.
Looks like it's
looks like
maybe
I'm just-
washing dishes.
Yeah,
I
that's
noticed that the
but-
book is gone off the table on the way in.
Yeah, just make like a. Well, you're probably fairly suspicious. Make like an int roll or idea roll, either one, just to to make that connection.
31 under my 65.
Shoot. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, you definitely notice it's not there.
Isidore, do you have the folio?
No,
I'm-
actually. Dimitri, have you seen the folio?
If you turn
I'm gonna
around and
grab
look at him,
Dimitri in a bear hug.
okay.
Because Camilla said restrain him.
Yes.
So I'm going to just throw my arms around him at his, pinning his arms to his sides. Which will possibly make him drop the book in the sink.
We had to get a kidney for this MacGuffin.
I just ran straight to the bathroom. I didn't think about the book.
Yes, I mean, you're doing the right thing. Isidore could be drowned.
I got a 58 on my fighting.
Oh, you would get a bonus die because this is a surprise because he backs to you and all that. So.
And I got an 18.
Okay, good. All right, so you've got him in a giant bear hug.
Is that like an opposed thing?
Well, it's surprised, and it says if it's surprised,
I'm just curious.
it says attack automatically hits or gains a bonus die. So I mean, I don't think in this case. I mean, you could react now, but the being grabbed part, I don't know if you were expecting that.
But still, I would give him a chance to break the hold once he's in it.
Yeah, you can do that.
Oh yeah. But no. I mean, I'm going with the grab. That's cool. But I just didn't know what that kind of action is. So, here's a question, Stu.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do that action I previously mentioned? The first thing I asked you about? Or do I need to be free to wave my arms about?
You can do that verbally, I would imagine.
All right, cool. That's what I'll do.
So you're going to start.
Shit.
Dimitri starts speaking a language none of you have heard before.
I am going to start singing the song.
I am going to
Words all
immediately
right.
shove my hand in his mouth.
All right. I feel like I get a roll to avoid mouth.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't expect to be successful, but
I would say this would be.
I'd probably have disadvantage though, since I'm bear hugged.
You are bear hugged. I think that would probably maybe be a wash because he's not just trying to hit you; he's trying to stuff his hand in your mouth, which is a smaller target than you.
right.
So I think that would be a wash.
Okay. And I can still go.
So I'm going to say that you probably would be dodging this sort of.
Oh, okay.
So this
You
would
do
be.
an opposed fighting brawl too.
That's what I'm. Well, yeah. Well.
Oh no!
I think you use the dodge.
You don't want. You go with dodge. Go with dodge.
Yeah, it would be.
I would say it'd be fighting if I wasn't restrained.
Yeah.
This is more just struggling to get my head out of where you're trying
Right.
to reach.
So yeah, I would say let's make it fighting brawl versus dodge.
Okay.
And I'm gonna recite this for your guys' benefit as well as mine. Where is it? Okay, an extreme success. Where are the? Okay, is when you roll below what 1/5 of your skill is. A hard success is when you roll below half of what your skill is. We're actually getting into the combat rolls. Sorry. And, of course, there's also critical success is a regular success or a failure. And the way they do opposed rolls is your degree of success needs to be better than your opponent's degree of success in their roll. So you're not looking at numbers per se. You're looking at how well you did on your specific roll compared to how well the other person did on their roll, using the criteria I just gave you.
Margin of success, gotcha.
Right. So it's basically, by margin.
My Moss is 11.
So you made it by 11. What's your skill level?
My skill level is 35.
And you rolled
14. I mean 24. Sorry.
a 24. Okay, so that's a regular success.
Yeah, just the regular.
Okay.
I also got a regular success.
Okay.
I got 27 under 32.
Okay. So let me check the little chart. Under a regular success. Okay, so on a draw, the defender wins. So you try to shove your hand in his mouth. Turns his head to the side and clamps his mouth shut. Not getting in there. But that's if you don't want to keep chanting. Or you can keep chanting and then you can temporarily not allow that, but he's welcome to try again.
Well, I'm going to keep doing that.
Okay, so turn your head to the side and hit in the cheek, and you're thing with the
Sure.
When his head turns to the side,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna headbutt him right in the temple.
Okay.
Because I feel like him being unconscious is probably our best bet right now.
All right.
Yes. Is there anything heavy and slightly... Is there a doorstop?
On the
Don't kill
bathroom
me.
door? No, well, there's probably one right next to the wall for the
probably
the regular
water
door.
pitcher.
Oh yeah, water pitcher, sure.
Great, perfect.
I might
I'm
have
gonna
just killed you,
grab
Dave.
So we're gonna do two simultaneous attacks here.
Ooh,
I'm
I
going to
just
get a
got
water
an
pitcher smashed on one temple and a headbutt on the other, so it's like
a sandwich.
All right.
just a
I just got
pain.
an
Almost
extreme
wanted to chip
success to headbutt.
You got an extreme success. All right,
I'm
Dave.
gonna let you take care of that while I grab it. I'm gonna say that, while I'm grabbing the water pitcher, he headbutts him. Then if the headbutt
Okay.
doesn't work, I'm there with the water pitcher, rather than murdering Tanisha.
Okay. All right. Now at this point, do you want to dodge that, or do you want to fight back?
I'd rather fight back.
Okay. So in a fight back, you are also going to make a similar roll, and you have to beat his degree of success, which was extreme, correct?
Extreme. I rolled 13 on it under 80.
Okay, so that you need to roll under
man.
1/5 of your skill level.
I did not.
Okay.
Ooh, no, I failed.
Oh, you failed. Okay, all
I
right.
did 7 damage.
All right. I'm going to say to
Oh.
the head that's probably enough to knock you out.
Well, my hit points is 10, so
Oh, yeah. I'm going to say that's enough to probably at least render you exceedingly
Pretty out.
dazed.
Alright, well, it's good to know I can't just one-shot Dave. Close.
but that's okay. But I will point out this whole time that the book has been under the tap.
Has it been there the whole... Like, because I definitely would have noticed if it was under the tap. I thought you were taking water and, like, splashing it, like, while it was on you.
Until I got grabbed.
And then it fell
And then
into the sink?
Yeah, I would have pushed it into the sink.
Okay, I would have gone... Fuck the... Excuse my language. Forget the water pitcher. I would have gone for the folio.
Okay, all right. Just make a dex roll with advantage. You just well, no, not with advantage. We're going to see if you can get to it before it gets too water damaged.
Well, great. I made it.
Oh, you
Just
did? Okay.
regularly made it.
Okay.
It was a 73 and a 75.
Oh, okay. All right. So there's like some of the Russian like notes. Some of them are started smeared, but it looks like the like major part of the folio itself, that ink, for whatever reason, doesn't seem to be as water susceptible. The original writing, but the Russian notation, some of those are smeared. Not all of them, though.
Okay.
We'll say
I'm
like
gonna take that back to my pack where I have all my art supplies and like start to try to
okay.
tend to it the best I can.
Okay.
And I'm like, Melvin, help me tie him up. If you feel his fever is so incredibly high, I'm afraid that it might actually do some damage. Help me get him into this tub of cold water.
We should tie him up before we put him.
Yeah, help me tie him up and then get him into the tub.
Stu, by the way, I with advantage, I now made that
Okay.
power roll.
All right. You are now extremely dizzy.
And probably cold, a
Right.
tub of cold water.
Give me a moment. All right. So you're now conscious. You can talk if you want to talk.
Actually, with that spellcasting crap, we probably have him gagged.
Probably.
That's fair. I mean, taking that much damage, I feel like I would absolutely be dazed for a while.
Right.
So it's probably just incoherent Russian-sounding gag mumbling.
How does his temperature feel?
It's coming down. He's sweating profusely as well.
I'm like, Dimitri, something's definitely wrong with you. Just let us cool you down. I think you've lost your senses. You started doing some weird stuff. Hold on. Once I think you're physically better, I'll remove the gag and see if I can talk to you. But trust me, we'll be ready if you try anything, okay?
Give me 1 second, please. I'm writing something.
By the way, I've been drinking a cider with black currants called Death Unicorn.
Nice.
That sounds hardcore and awesome, and I want.
And it's delicious. It even has a poem on the side. Now in darkness, cider stops churning. Oh, hold on, it's dark in here. Currents in and all are yearning. Now Death Unicorn has the power. Thirsty minds want to devour.
There's your inspiration for your next D&D plot. Done.
I want that so badly.
Yeah, I want it so badly now.
Makes me wonder if I want to go grab a glass of wine. Does sound like a good idea.
Just thinking of this, like, what do I have to drink here? Nothing cold.
My wife's folks went up to Napa and brought us back a really nice bottle. Probably use a glass of that. Oh, while Stu's writing, I'm going to go serve myself a glass of wine. I'll be right back.
Just give me 1 second. Almost done.
Also, I will also.
Out of character, I'm very impressed with how quickly Pooja picked up on the accent thing. And didn't just take it to
Right.
be
I did the
totally
same thing
did.
that Kimmy did. I totally assumed it was
Yeah,
not a game thing, that it was Dave forgot to do his
It was-
accent.
100%.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, see, I'm not the only one. And then it turns out you're just so slick that you like, yeah.
Then she was like,
That's
I signal Melvin, and I'm like, okay, what do I do? Do I wait for him to do something? I don't want to metagame and just smash him across the head, but I was about to, like, when she said we should go get food, I was about to ask too, is there anything heavy in this room I could grab? Like that water pitcher. Just smash. Right in the face, like you were John Angie.
Wow. That's pretty rough. Even for somebody that might be possessed by truly your arch nemesis.
And everyone who doesn't have any idea who Ingy is like, what?
My first year at Southern Fair, I smashed Angie in the face accidentally with a ceramic tankard. He did have stitches.
Ingy is
I remember that.
yeah, he did, yeah. Very boisterous RPGer who's been on our show a couple times, but not for a while. I think last time
He's got
was
his
when,
own.
yeah.
I think he's got his own channel now where he does
I think,
GM stuff.
I think he's back in LA too, because he moved back to the Midwest. for a
Yeah,
while.
that's why he stopped. And then he did, I think Dave's, one of Dave's games was, or not Dave, Spirit 77 games, I think, was one of the last ones we did.
But
All right. Did you look up the stuff, Stu?
Yes. Oh,
You wanna
you're
explain how it
back.
works?
You're back. At their hotel room now.
Okay,
We'll
so
see.
everyone's done signing. Okay, so
Yeah.
then. I love that they're all like panicking and worried, and I'm like, oh, thank you so much for buying my book. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. I'm your biggest fan as well.
I always
So,
think
like,
about stuff like that, like cinematically. So, like, it's just this montage of us smashing Dave in the head with stuff, and you're just like,
oh yeah, it's totally flashing back and forth between like, can
thank
you
you,
make this
thank
book
you.
out to my
Yeah.
daughter?
That cuts back to us trying to drown Dave in the bathtub.
Yes, exactly. All right. So,
So you are all now, all back. They're. Do you knock on the door or do you just walk in?
I probably knock.
Okay. Knock at the door. You probably at this point have Dimitri in the cool water.
I went and grabbed a bunch of more guns and stuff from my house, or sent somebody or something, by the way.
All right.
I answer it since they're busy restraining Dimitri in the tub.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Hi there, Camilla. All right. Well, I'm here now, and I brought plenty of things for our defense.
Oh, that's good. I'm not sure how well it will work against possession, but we might have to find out soon.
Right.
Hopefully not. In the meantime,
Are you all right?
no.
Oh.
Dimitri, I believe, had the same affliction as the gentleman at your signing.
Oh no. Where is he? Where did he go?
He is in the bathtub.
Oh.
Splash, splash.
Oh. All right then. Well, I'm gonna go in quickly and like shut the door behind me. Shall we assist them?
I think they have it handled for now. I am attempting to repair the damage that he did to the folio.
Oh, the folio. What folio?
Also, oh no. Actually, if you could help Melvin, Isidore,
Of course.
Yes.
you should call Rachel Moss. We need to get to her as soon as possible.
I'll go downstairs to the phone and do so right away.
I'm gonna take Isidore's place, holding Dimitri down. And we can just assume I'm doing a much better job of it.
Yes.
Yes.
Like,
Since my strength is 85, so we'll just assume.
Damn!
I'm a very buff woman.
That's significantly higher than Melvin's.
Then Isidore is definitely.
Oh, definitely. He's a
I'm
wet
like
noodle.
70.
like, I will say that, like, it very much is not seeming like Dimitri's trying to fight you, but more like he's just like, let me out of the tub, kind of. Like,
Okay.
I don't know.
Cold and wet. Now all my clothes
Yes.
are cold and wet.
I'll
Is
pull the gag out of his mouth.
please let me out. This tub is very cold. I'm so cold. Please. I do not know why you've done this.
Sorry, Dimitri. Camilla and Isidore say you have to stay in here for now.
Oh, why?
Is he still burning up?
No, his fever looks like it's broken.
I don't know what's happening right now. Yeah. I don't know what's happening right now, so I'm having you stay in here. What? I mean, they
We'll
said
let
they.
you,
What's
we'll
the
let you
last
out when
thing
Isidore
you-
gets back.
What is the last thing that you remember?
I was in a hospital again. I was tied down in a hospital, and no one would listen. Just like now. Please
We're
let me out
listening.
of the tub.
We're listening. It just you did some things and you said some other things that were very disturbing. And you had such a high fever, and we just didn't want you to be hurt.
I
Permanently.
felt I was in another hospital. I heard a doctor or nurse say something about Metropolitan Hospital, somewhere called Norwalk. Norwalk. I do not know of this place. I was so small, much smaller than I am now. I don't know. It was very. I had curly hairs. It came in front of my face as I tried to pull out of restraints. I don't know. Last I saw you, we were talking about the book. We had done some translating of book.
Okay. Well, it seems that we do need to be very, very careful with the folio. But I think for now it should be. How do you feel? How's your fever?
I just feel cold. I'm very cold.
Then we should. I think it's okay to let him out.
All right, but don't you try anything, Dimitri.
All I want to try is to get out of the tub.
I'll help Dimitri out of the top.
Okay.
I'm gonna step back and have my hand on.
Was
Like,
the
oh my God.
hospital? Was the name of the place that you heard? Was it Norwich?
No, nor walk,
Okay.
nor walking, nor walk.
The water in the tub is kind of pink, and you're noticing that you clocked him pretty good on the side of the head. He's got like a little bit of a gash, kind of just above his temple. And of course,
I'm
it's
not
a
gonna
head
put you
wound,
in.
so it's like blood running down his face and getting all over the place. Because it's a head wound, you know. They always look about 10 times worse than they actually are.
We hope.
I'll like press a towel to it.
Okay.
I love the criminal is like the nicest one. We're all like, no, we
You'll
don't trust
figure it
him."
out.
I'm like, I don't feel
I'm not there.
in someone's room.
And we're all like, just break in there. You're huge.
Get the door down. Take all her stuff.
They're bad people, I swear.
So, Abigail knows about Isidore's friend Rachel at the university. We have to assume.
Mm-hmm.
He went down to call her.
That does not bode well.
He's going to attack the university again? And Professor Tesla?
Not that university. The friend is at Cal State. Down near Los Angeles.
Oh. Where they make movies?
Yes.
Charlie Chaplin. He is
Yes.
funny.
So where is Norwalk out of character?
It's
At the 105 and the 605?
yeah.
Basically, yeah.
In LA speak.
Of course, none of those freeways exist in game,
Sure.
but yeah. It's southeast of Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's a pretty big suburb at this time, I think, for Los Angeles.
Do you think we should go to Norwalk? Do you think that's where maybe another enclave of Abigail's is?
I felt like I was in the body of a woman. I was restrained on the bed there. That's where I heard this Norwalk Hospital, Metropolitan.
No. Do you have any other information?
Wait, we were talking about the book, and then you woke up in the bathtub.
Yes. I remember feeling upset stomach.
Right. You said you were
And
upset.
then-
Yeah, your stomach was upset. You excused yourself, and you came back. Said you felt fine.
No, I went to the restroom, and then I woke up in the tub. But in the meantime, I felt like I was this woman at hospital.
Do you think maybe that's Abigail? Like she's there and just switched with him or something?
Possibly. It seems like. What did? Oh, I hope Isidore comes back soon. But it seems like that would be either way. If we want to speak to the mathematician, if we want to still go there, or if we want to see this woman, we need to head to Los Angeles, and probably the sooner the better now.
Yeah, I agree. If there's our two leads are both down there, then there's no reason to go anywhere else.
If that is Abigail, or whatever form she has that's anchoring her here,
Can I say that I delivered a message and I'm on my way back, or what's due? Me.
Where did you go?
Went downstairs to the phone to talk to Miss Moss, Professor Moss, and warn her that there may be some danger.
Okay. How forthright are you going to be with her?
I'm going to tell her, look, this is a highly sought after piece. There are other interested parties in it that are capable of violence, and they may know that I've reached out to you. Just tell her to be aware and on guard for that, and to lock her doors and be as safe as possible, and that we're heading down to Los Angeles as soon as possible to speak to her.
Okay. All right.
Don't do any really difficult math.
Yeah.
And then you're heading back up to the room?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you're there.
Math, the gateway drug.
I managed to contact the professor and warn her to be on guard, but that's the best we can do for now. I suggest that we head to Los Angeles as quickly as possible and see if we can safeguard her, or I don't know what else to do.
Well, do we want to set off now or in the morning? I feel like the morning might be better with sleeping. But
What time of day is it?
By this time, it's probably like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, we should probably get at least a few hours sleep. But if we get up like right before the crack of dawn and get the hell out of here, I think that's fine. But I am very worried for my colleague at this point.
actually, can we do shifts driving? Because Abigail also believes that we're going to stay here for a few days.
Actually, I'm all for that. We can take shifts driving and sleeping in the car. I don't know how well rested we'll be at the end of that, but I think the situation calls for it.
That is a very good idea.
I do not know if I will be helpful with this driving. I'm feeling a little bit lightheaded.
Dimitri, I'm so sorry for what transpired, and I'm sorry you were targeted with this.
No, it is just the next offense in a long line of horrifying things to occur to our group.
And I say to him in Russian, but you are alive, my friend, and what does not kill you makes you stronger.
Except for concussions.
Okay.
We had to do what we had to do.
I actually, I mean, out of character, I want to figure out, like, what is the recovery on hit points?
I'm trying to look it up right now.
One
know-
a day for non-major wounds.
And I don't.
It's on the back of the character sheet, actually, under wounds and healing at the bottom left-hand corner of the character sheet.
I
First
only
aid
have the
for one
front
hit
of the
point.
character sheet,
Oh.
because that's what Stu took
so-
a picture of and sent me from the studio.
First aid heals 1 hit points. Medicine heals 1d3 hit points. If you lose 2.5 max hit point in one attack, reach 0 hit points without major wound, unconscious. Natural heal rate, non-major wound, recover 1 hit point per day.
So, do we have any first aid supplies? Could somebody make with the first aid?
I've got first aid.
That would be most welcome.
And you have a bathroom full of towels.
Once
that you can
again,
use as
Camilla
bandages, so.
being the most useful character here.
Nice.
Yeah, natural heal rate, one HP per day. With a major wound, you get a weekly healing roll.
At least that wasn't a major wound.
Rules as written, it should have been.
Yeah.
Because it's a loss of more equal to or more than half your max HP in one attack. You said your max was 11, Dave?
10.
10.
10, and I did 7.
Yeah, that really was a major wound, huh?
It does seem, though, that, like, a
you
headbutt
weren't-
being a major wound is a bit much.
If I don't know the system well enough to know if there's an option for dealing
Non-lethal.
non-lethal damage.
We'll assume it's not a major wound, so that he can get at least a little bit of healing and not have to wait a week.
I appreciate that. I do.
Will you gain 1 hit point back from me?
Yay! And then by tomorrow, when we get to Los Angeles, I'll have 2 hit points back. It'll be great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lovely. And what does this teach everyone? Don't roll 100.
He has that for
and
critical
don't roll
failure.
max damage.
Yeah.
And don't continually roll super poorly to try and reclaim your body when you're possessed. Just as an FYI.
Honestly, I think this was a great complication of the game. This was super fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I'm perfectly okay with letting Dimitri just sit in the back and sleep and relax. This trip,
Okay.
he's been through enough.
So if you, let's say you leave at 9 o'clock,
That's what I was looking at.
I would say that you would probably come into the Pasadena, Los Angeles area probably around 6 a.m. That sound about right? Maybe like about 9 hours to get there.
Yeah, that sounds about right with the type of vehicle that we have and the condition of the roads at this
What?
time.
I'm sorry, what's the time of year again? June?
August. I think we're in August. No, we're
August 1st.
this would August 1st, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, there's not really going to be much weather problems.
Yay, California.
Unless the
Except
country
possibly
goes on
wildfires.
And in the 20s, there wasn't global
Yeah.
warming
That's
yet.
true.
It wasn't all on fire.
Yeah, no electrical companies have lines down.
There were
Have
plenty of other
transformers.
reasons for fires in California.
But I was mainly checking the date to see if there was going to be fog through the Central Valley.
Oh. That would definitely slow you down. But yeah, let's say you make it like it's probably dawn as you're coming into the Los Angeles area.
Now the question is, do we want to go to Pasadena or do we want to go straight to Norwalk? Anyone? Have any
I want to
ideas?
go to Norwalk.
I kind of do too.
Like, out of character, I want to go to Norwalk.
I feel that if we want to save your friend, then, we go one place. But if we want to stop all this from happening, we do have to go to Norwalk.
I mean, if that is Abigail, then would we not also save Professor Moss?
Hopefully. It's a possibility.
I
Depending on
have
her quickly.
I have trouble believing that if she were to rely on a supernatural source to neutralize Professor Moss, there would be very little we could do to stop it. On the other hand, if we can intercept her and somehow neutralize her in some way or shape or form, or distract her or do anything, we'd stand a better chance of completing both our goals. I'm hoping that she might want to use Professor Moss as a means to lay a trap for us, since we are most likely her most potent threat.
Mhm.
So I think going straight for the source might be the appropriate action. But that's my analysis. I'm willing to lay that out to the rest of the group.
It makes a lot of sense, actually.
It does, and
Yeah.
it's possible that this just makes me selfish, but I want to look into that woman's eyes.
Well, it sounds like she's in a mental hospital, so I don't know how much closure you're going to get here.
They certainly did not treat her like a respected patron of the hospital. She was restrained and ignored.
Well, and if it's not Abigail, then possibly we could make someone else who is under her control. We can make their lives better.
Do you think that we might want to do this in a two-pronged way? One in physical form and the other one in the dreaming?
Possibly, but I don't want to leap to any conclusions there until we at least see who this woman is. Abigail is so strong in the dreaming. Much stronger than we are.
Wow, yeah, we should not confront her in the dreaming. It's too dangerous, and we don't have the. It's still powerful. It's so dangerous. What could we hope to accomplish there other than losing ourselves?
Well, then it sounds like we're all in agreement to go to Norwalk.
I gotta go downstairs and pick up my Postmates. I'll be right back. Sorry.
I thought that was Isidore telling us that at first. And it's like, all right, doesn't want to go up there.
Someone in the chat posted that there is a sort of historically significant fire in 1923 in California, in Berkeley.
No.
But it's not until September.
It's not for a couple of weeks. We got out of there. Nobody can blame us for it.
640 structures.
Mm.
So
Yeah, but Berkeley's on the other side of the bay from us, so if there were a fire over there, it wouldn't really affect us.
right. But there are still PCs in the city within a plus or minus a month of being there, so you can pretty much blame the PCs for it because they start fires. It's a safe bet. So I'm sorry. Are you guys going? Where are you going? Have you decided yet, or are you still debating it?
We're going to Norwalk.
Okay.
Isidore was pretty convincing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't even know what roads you would take back then to get there.
I was looking at probably one. Would that have been?
Yeah, I think the one would be there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But that runs north-south-ish, and that
I
is
think
not
we
close
take
to
Highway
Norwalk.
39, which is sort of like Azusa,
That's beach.
which
Yeah.
will take a beach, which
Oh,
take
yeah.
you all the way down over there.
There. Yeah.
And
That.
then you hang left on PCH, and you should be fine.
Okay. And you get into the Norwalk area, and it stinks. It really stinks because there is like nothing but dairy farms, and there are big piles of cow poop everywhere and flies. And then as you're driving along, going after dairy, and their crappy little split lumber fences, you get to this very tall sort of chain link fence with razor wire on top of it. And you can see that this, and there's a sign that says Metropolitan
State Hospital.
Metropolitan State Hospital. And it's big. It looks like this fence going around it looks to be like about a quarter mile by a quarter mile. And there are like 4 structures inside the thing. There's like what look almost like big, almost like manor homes, and then there's a very large. That's obviously the main hospital, and there is a road not a road leading to it, but the road you're on, probably Norwalk Boulevard, is there's like a driveway that leads up where there's a guard.
Well, great. Another situation where we have to bullshit our way into something. Lovely.
And I work really close to where this hospital is. So what I'm describing is fairly accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that may have been chain link back then, but we'll say it is.
Well,
Well,
I
we
mean,
could just
I
say
can
we're
go
here to
for it.
visit one of the patients.
Yeah, there. Yes.
At this point,
We could check and see if Abigail is listed as patient. Like, excuse me, I'm looking for a family friend.
I'm trying to figure out a good tack on this.
Well, why don't I give it a shot?
Doris is very good at this.
I have full confidence.
So, can you describe the people there?
When you come up to the driveway, and then the guy comes out with his clipboard in one hand, he puts his hand. Oh, he's probably late 30s, a little pudgy, short, probably like 5'5", 5'4".
And what have like as we're driving in, like, are there signs that say anything like about rules, or what signs do they say?
I don't know if they had a lot of signs in the 1920s. There's probably a sign, all vehicles subject to inspection. There's probably a big stop sign. Other than that, that's probably about it.
Okay.
He puts his hand up and kind of stands out in the road when you walk by with him.
And this is the hospital?
Yeah.
Okay. It's weird. This I'm going to ask.
This isn't a regular hospital. This hospital
okay,
was built in like 1915 or 1916, sometime around there.
Mm-hmm.
It was specifically for people who were having drug addiction problems and people with mental issues. That is pretty much all this hospital dealt with.
Okay.
So it was kind of like, it was rehab and it was an asylum.
Got it. Okay. That clarifies it a little bit. All right. I think I have it.
And not entirely unnotorious in that era.
Okay.
So he hands up with the little clipboard and he walks around to the side of to the driver's side.
All right.
How can I help you this morning?
I'm gonna like stick my. I'm gonna get out
Okay.
of the car. How do you do, my good man? I'm sorry. What was your name?
My name is Arthur.
Well, hello, Arthur. It is very nice to meet you. My name is Doris. Doris Daniels. I'm the famous author. I'm not sure if you've heard of me. I'm gonna hand him one of my books.
Okay.
I signed that one too, so it should be worth a bit more. I don't know if they put it on the schedule. It's little bit of a secret. But I am here to do a bit of a tour of the facilities for my next book. Have you ever been in a book, Arthur? I think I can think that you'd be an excellent addition. You have like the very most important job in this facility, keeping people in and keeping people out, don't you?
I suppose. Should I? Let me check the list and see if you're on it. Can you hold on a moment?
Of course. You want me to roll fast, huh?
Sure.
I rolled 6. Damn it! I rolled a 60. Shit. 60. I roll. You know what? It's a 6. I have a 56, so I'm gonna burn.
Okay.
The points and make it right. I don't have a pencil. Let me see. All right. So I'm gonna burn 4. Right? That's how it works. I can
Yeah.
burn 4
To get the
sanity.
to get the roll up to whatever.
Or luck, not sanity.
Oh yeah.
Luck. Yeah.
That's what it is. Sorry. That they're the same number, so that's fine. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I burned 4 luck, so now I'm at 60, and I have 60. So I succeed.
He goes over and consults something. He comes back and says, "I don't see on the list, but you seem important, so you can go on in."
Why, thank you so much, Arthur. What would you like your pseudonym to be in my book? Because I obviously don't use people's real names. So what would you like to be called?
Oh, I don't know. I think I will leave that to you. You're the expert.
All right. Yes, picking names is a strength of mine. All right. Very well. Thank you so much, Arthur.
And he goes over to the driver's side and he looks in and says, "You folks have a nice day." And he goes back to his little kiosk.
Thank you.
All right, I'll get
Kind
drive us
man at
in.
gate.
Man, security in this place kind of sucks.
Well,
roll
I think they're
up.
more concerned about keeping people in than keeping people out, you know?
All right, yeah, makes sense.
I'm very convincing. But
All you gotta do
also,
is roll up and say you're famous, and they're like, "Oh, go right in." They'll
I
have to
mean,
look at all
that
the
seems
medical
accurate.
papers.
not anyone. I could do that, but I'm sure other famous people could not. But out of character, he was fucking creepy as fuck at the end of that.
Yeah, he was.
Doris just thinks she's amazing, but yeah, we're fucked. Okay. Back in character.
It's like, how many guns did you bring?
Probably a lot. Since we got to drive the car in, we're probably very well armed.
Well, they didn't search. They didn't search the car.
No.
Dimitri, do you remember anything about possibly, like, which building you might have been in?
It was... I did not have a window to look out or anything. I don't think.
Yes, there actually was a window. It was a very tall window. And the one of the two sort of small outbuildings has very long, tall windows.
Aha! Well, there. I amend my statement to include these details.
Very good.
It looks like perhaps in that building over there. The window was very tall.
Well,
Would have
then
been awkward to get window hangings.
Then we should head directly there. I don't want to be here any longer than we have to.
Agreed.
Yes.
As much as I trust Doris to be able to
Just a quick
leverage
question.
her fame.
What's our plan here?
Plan?
Like, what's our goal?
Our goal is to try to find this Abigail woman, or the woman that exchanged perceptions or consciousnesses
Right.
with, and speak to her, see if we can get any information, and if
Shouldn't we just kill her?
Well, what if he's another woman like me?
And
Well,
that's what we have to determine first. And then we'll see what happens from there.
But I mean, if Abigail's in the body, wouldn't we shoot it? Like, does she die?
There's no guarantee of that.
You've all been in the dreaming a lot more than I have. So you think that's how it works?
it's the reason why I was thinking we should do a two-pronged attack, because if we kill her and her spirit simply escapes, then we've done basically nothing.
But
But
first
if-
we have to see if this is even the case. Is it Abigail or is it another victim?
This woman might be the actual Abigail. I don't know. Perhaps this is her physical form, so who knows?
Right.
I think we should be prepared for her to be able to defend herself with the staff and perhaps other patients.
Out of character, we know what the real original Abigail looked like, right? Can we like see pictures of her or something in like a newspaper?
Not a newspaper.
Okay.
You wouldn't have seen pictures of her in a newspaper.
Okay.
I think in one of the dreaming things, in the morgue,
Yeah, we saw her. She was looking
she was
at
there
us.
in
That's
her
right,
form.
that's right.
Yes,
When you
Okay.
shot her.
and she was short,
Right.
slight build, with curly black hair, long curly black hair.
Oh,
Probably about like
Curly.
4'11", maybe 5 feet.
excellent.
It sounds like the person I inhabited.
Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out what we're going to do after Doris kills her.
Assuming that it's Doris that does so.
Well, Doris was the first one to mention it, so I assumed that.
Hopefully we could do it in a way that's quiet and then just leave. But honestly, look, it's one of those situations where we're going to have to make that call when we get there. If we feel that sacrificing our own well-being and for the greater good is worthwhile, which means we think that killing this woman will end this, I will do so and take the responsibility for it all and face the consequences. I have no problem with that. I've spent plenty of time in prison. I can spend more.
If this is a step too far from you, Melvin, I mean, I know that you've been dragged into this situation.
I'm okay with it. I just, I don't necessarily want to have to shoot my way out of a mental institution.
I don't think any of us want that.
None of us want that.
Well, then again, Melvin, if you feel more comfortable with that, I'd be willing to acquiesce to you waiting in the car for a speedy getaway and allowing us to do those things.
I don't think that's necessarily going to help. I just don't want to hurt anybody who doesn't need to be hurt.
I assure you that no one here does.
All right. As long as we're all on the same page, it's...
I mean, this is almost a situation of self-defense, but
It's not just self-defense.
Oh, no,
It's defense
she's
of our
a-
entire world.
Yeah. It's
I
necessary,
have
but...
seen the face of Hostor. No one else should ever. Ever.
I sort of like quiver with a small sense of terror, almost like a somebody stepped on my grave type of thing. Let's steel ourselves and be done with this.
Okay. So you drive up to the sort of outbuilding, and it's looks like it's 2 stories, and it looked probably 10-foot ceilings because it has those big, long, floor-to-ceiling windows with bars on them, of course. And there's a sign that says Building 3, and underneath it says Attending Physician Dr. Edward Friedman, MD.
Does that
Oh.
that name sounds familiar?
It is our Dr. Friedman.
Shit. Okay. Great.
Maybe we should have gone to the mathematician first. What if the folio has the key? She wanted to destroy it. What if it has the key to destroying her?
Do you want to turn back now?
No, it is much too late to turn back. I just, I'm sorry. I'm very concerned. And it's just a small crisis of conscience.
Can you reach her through the Draymond or something? I don't know. Is there any way to reach her at this point?
Not that would help us decipher anything in the folio. Although technically, I suppose we could try to go to the Dreaming and reach out to Einstein.
I hadn't thought of that.
Neither had I until just this moment.
Perhaps we can try to do that here, now?
I am not going with you, but I will guard you with my life.
I feel like it's a very dangerous place and time to do that, but hold it in reserve.
All right. We're here. Let's do this thing. We got to do this thing before I lose my nerve.
Doris is going to hand guns to everybody who wants them.
What are you giving them? Just so we know for as far as...
I have a rifle and my Colt. I assume I have like versions of that for anyone who wants it.
Yeah.
Well-
I mean, whatever pistol you give me, I'll basically put in the back of my belt behind my jacket.
Okay.
Try to conceal it as best I can. But I definitely do feel better armed.
I think Dimitri had a shotgun still.
Okay. Do you have it with you, or do you want another one?
Well, it would probably be like in the trunk of the car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Melvin, did you want anything?
No, I'm covered.
Mela.
Probably not for the best.
All right.
I'll keep a heavy cart handy.
I'm gonna take another pistol with me then. So I have 2 pistols and a shotgun.
Okay.
We'll say they're like
No,
hidden in my skirts.
are you like when you know you have like there's like a row of parking spaces in front of this building? Are you gonna like try to conceal this weapon like underneath a coat or something, or are you walking in armed to the teeth?
No, they're probably in my skirts because I've got pockets in my skirts. That's where I was keeping my pistols before.
Oh, okay, got it. All right.
So
Yeah, this ain't the Matrix, bro.
I'm asking as far as for the long rifles, not pistols. So anyone who's got something long.
yeah, we're probably in my skirts or yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and start walking into the building.
Okay, you walk up the stairs. There's like about 12 stairs that lead up to the doors, and the doors are glass, but there's like that that's sort of like those gauzy curtains in front of them, and these doors leading in don't have bars on them, and they are both closed.
I try at the door to open it. Is it locked?
No, it opens.
All right, I walk inside.
And it's sort of a large atrium, big vaulted ceiling. There's a desk, maybe like 15 or 20 feet ahead of you. It looks like a receptionist desk. There's no one at it. There are stairways leading up either side to the top floor that sort of, they're kind of curve from either side and kind of go up and meet at sort of a landing at the top, opposite of the entrance. And there's also 2 sets of doors on either side, one all the way back opposite the entrance and one about midway. Those doors, you can see they have little windows on them, and there's bars on them, and the, sort of that wire stuff they put in between windows and things like that. But there is.
I want to look around and see if I can find like some kind of lab coat or anything like that.
Make a luck roll.
What is my luck? 32 out of 57.
Okay, yeah, there's 3 of them.
I hand them out. Perhaps this will make us look a little bit less conspicuous.
And what is it, a sphygmomanometer? Is that what the...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I put
That's
that
a
on
real
too.
thing, for sure.
What's that?
No, that's the cuff? The...
Blood pressure.
At the receptionist station, is there any list of occupants or
There's
anything like that?
there's a big ledger there with all kinds of names in it. And
I start
with
looking
numbers.
through it,
Okay.
trying to find an Abigail.
Okay.
It should be pretty easy in your world.
That's the
real
problem.
question
There's
is how many
75 Abigails.
Abigails?
There are 14 Abigails listed on the registry. No. There is no one in the registry named. It looks like the bottom floor. Looking at the room numbers and the names, the bottom floor looks like it is all male patients, and the second floor is all female patients. And on the second floor, you do not see anyone named Abigail, although you do see 2 Jane Does.
I point that out to the group, and I go, well, we have 2 Jane Does.
There's Jane Doe number 3 and a Jane Doe number 26.
I want to start with Jane Doe number 26.
Does the ledger have any information about like when they were brought in or condition or anything? Like, what does one say, restrained or something?
There's nothing about conditions. There's like an admission date, and one of them was admitted like a couple weeks ago, and the other one, Jane Doe number 3, was admitted like a year ago.
Are either one of them marked like dangerous? Does the staff know to be careful?
There's no like real medical
Like
notes in there. There is another door that leads to an office, sort of on the left-hand side near where the stairway is. That does not have those bars on it, so
Might as well go check in there then.
Well, I don't. We may just want to check both quickly. We've
Yeah.
got a 50% shot. I don't know if snooping around an office is the best
Yes.
use
I
of our
think-
time.
Yeah, possibly just be quick, and especially as much as I want to see Dr. Edward again, I'm afraid of what we might find at this point.
Well, I think his very presence here shows that we should not have trusted him to start with.
The trials of this are harsh, and a lot of times I have not been in control of my own faculties. He is my
He's as
friend.
much of a victim of all of this as any of the rest of us.
Is he? Or do
I
you
think-
want him to be?
He may have started that way, and now he's working in league with.
Or he may have been doing it the whole time.
Either way, we should hurry.
Indeed.
Let's just go upstairs and check out what we can check out. Let's go.
We go quickly.
So you're going upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're not to the offices. Just clarifying.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
to the office.
Okay.
Lest we run into more people.
So where are you going to go to the left? Well, you go up one of the two stairwells and you get up to the top, the sort of landing, and it kind of like a balcony that overlooks where you just were. And there's a locked door to the east and the west.
Which one has room 27? Do we know?
Well, yeah, they're probably
Sometimes there's signs saying
listed,
that
right?
we're
Yeah,
here.
it's the one to your right when you get up there.
I suggest we check the older one first.
That's
I
fine.
agree.
Okay. The doors are locked, right? Does anybody know how to help with that?
I think I do. No, I don't. I mean,
Yeah, that lock picking thing is not a thing. I could.
Maybe we should have gone to the other office.
locksmith is, but
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's just not a thing for me.
Mm. I have survival.
I could try to sneak down, find the nurse's station that might have a key.
I think our best bet is to stick together at this point.
Take the butt of my pistol and I try to break the doorknob.
Give me a strength roll with a penalty die.
Yay, me!
when that inevitably fails, I'll just kick it open.
I was like, haven't we picked locks before? And then I realized that, like, if by pick you mean bust in.
As I say, the only time we've ever picked a lock since I've been playing is I just kicked the door in.
I got a 31 under my 55 strength.
Oh.
The
Okay.
other die was a 0. I would have gotten a 0 one.
Oh.
All right, so you knock the doorknob off, and you can kind of fiddle in there with the workings to the point where you can get the latch open.
Let's go.
I'm kind of impressed.
As am I.
Did not expect that to work.
So you open the door, and you're
Very
basically
good.
against the sort of outer, like to your right are windows that look out onto the excuse me, onto the courtyard behind the building.
Dimitri, does anything view of these windows look familiar?
Does it?
Maybe. I mean, they're the right shape. They're the right size and shape.
These are definitely the correct windows, but perhaps not this set of windows. It's hard to tell.
Right, straight to room 27 then.
Okay, room
Well, like,
27.
I mean, the woman in the bed, couldn't that be also a giveaway?
Well, you're in the hallway. You're in a hallway. Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you get to room 27, and it's on the exterior side because it makes a left-hand turn in your bunch of doors. You get to 27 and open it up, and who's going through first?
I will. Oh.
Yeah, I will.
Isidore going through first?
Yeah, I have my pistol in my hand.
Shouldn't
Okay.
it be Dimitri? Oh, wait. Never mind.
I'm half
Isidore
dead
go
still,
first?
so
Well,
Yeah.
and Dimitri's already been somewhat compromised. If something's going to hit somebody initially, I'd rather it be me.
Right.
Because
but if it's-
I find myself expendable. So if there's a trap, seriously, you guys are far more capable than me as far as Isidore is concerned.
Unless we have to go into the dreaming, and then we are screwed.
I
Isidore
figure
is also easy to subdue.
It's true.
quite so.
Okay.
You go first, Isidore. It's all good.
Really good way of thinking. Who do we want to get possessed? The person you can take out.
Exactly right.
Okay, so you open up the door, and the first thing you notice is there is an empty bed. Obviously, there was someone in,
Oh no.
and you can see where there are leather straps, wrist restraints, and ankle restraints, and like one across the midsection. They're unlatched. They're not torn or cut or anything like that. They've been unlatched. Dimitri, as soon as you look in, this was the room you were in. You're almost certain of it.
this was definitely it. This is the room.
I fear this might have been a trap.
Everything is a trap.
If the good doctor actually is here and responsible for the whole thing and under her control, it's likely that he may have released her and she is with him. Is there some kind of doctor's office? Are there other floors where the doctors are?
The first floor there was an office door.
The office. When we decided not to go into the office, and Sue was like, "Just checking, you're not going into the office." We were like, "Yeah, we're not going to the office. That doesn't office."
Okay, well, I guess we're going into the office now.
Meta game!
You railroad us into that office, Stu.
Thanks, man. They happen to play your agency.
Well, no,
man.
I said that because someone had mentioned wanting to go in there. I was just making sure that you weren't going.
No, I know. I'm just giving
Okay.
you shit. It's just
All right.
So here's the answer. We're like, well, I guess she's not here. It's time to go. We'll just leave.
else.
Oh, I want to check the office.
Okay, so you go downstairs, and the office is unlocked, and you open it up, and it basically there's like a small office here, and you can see there's an office where it looks like someone has taped a sign that says Dr. Friedman on it, like
Doesn't say welcome party.
like written on it with tape, like they haven't gotten around to painting his name on the door, and the other one says Doctor. Oh, the other one says head nurse. Lucille Gray.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and open the doctor's office door.
Okay. And there's a whole like bank of filing cabinets, and there's a desk and bookshelves and medical books on the walls. And you can see there's a whole bunch of boxes, as if stuff is being packed away.
I'm
You can
so
see
on
this.
edge. Like Stu did that like motion with his hand to like, oh, there's a bank of filing cabinets. I'm like, oh no. It's like waiting for like some attack to happen. He's like swinging his arm. Like, oh no. Oh, okay. It's just a bank of filing cabinet.
The filing cabinets are attacking.
They're critically headbutting everybody.
That's no joke.
I wasn't kidding.
It wasn't a critical.
Okay, nurse's office then.
Okay. They open the the door to the nurse's office, and it looks similar, except it doesn't have the filing cabinets. And there's no one here.
I want to search the filing cabinets in the doctor's office.
Okay.
For the records for that Jane Doe.
Jane Doe number 3.
Yes.
Okay. you open it up, and there's like a pages of stuff, and like the very original says that it has a different doctor's name on it at the top where they sort of write their stuff. Bernard Ryan, and it says patient is delusional and is suffering from schizophrenia. She claims to be 17.
Bernard Ryan?
Bernard, did I say Bernard Ryan? I think I said Bernard Ryan. Yes, Bernard Ryan. And it says, shoot, that's my page.
Bernard Ryan was also the name of the bookstore owner? Is
Did
that
I
supposed
use
to be the
did I
same?
use the same name on the list without deleting it? That is not a coincidence. That was a mistake.
Oh, sorry. I was like,
Everyone's been
that's
against
why-
us this whole time.
yeah,
Everyone we've ever met.
after the sleep doctor dude turned
Yeah.
out to be evil.
That
Ethan
head nurse is the same name as my mother's name.
Ethan,
As a child, she was stalking me.
Ethan Stone. Have I used that name yet?
Which one?
Ethan Stone.
Not
Does it sound familiar?
recently.
Okay. Was
Not
it-
as recently, if so. I'm
Okay.
gonna
It's Ethan Stone.
let's just go with Ethan.
Patient claims to be a 17th century woman named Abigail Athenbright, born in England. She claims to have been a witch and has now somehow transported herself here. Prescribed 57,000 units of Thorazine, blah, 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 and has moments of lucidity, does not appear violent. And then you, like, paging through it, you find that this doctor was trying to find out who she actually is and never got any kind of a straight answer about that.
When did Edward take over?
Well, there's only one page in there from Edward Friedman. It is the most recent one. And it says, medication has been suspended for evaluation for discharge.
Oh no.
Oh no. What if they went straight to Pasadena?
Oh, that's outside my character knowledge. Never mind.
But I said metagame with a flourish, Dave.
Well, I mean, it's like Edward was known to like cars and to want to drive fast. Has anybody checked the parking lot?
We have not yet.
Okay, let's go do it.
Yeah. Well, I know that he liked big fancy cars, and he had the resources to get them. So we could look for something like that, see if he's still around. Sure.
Okay, so you go back and look around the parking lot, and there is an assigned spot there, but it is empty. There's like an attending physician spot.
I say we make haste.
Yeah. I mean, the only other possible destination is there.
True.
Someone,
Isidore, now seems like a good time to try to see if we can get Einstein to help us.
What, right here?
Abigail is gone. Edward is gone.
Okay. I'll back your play.
We could do it on the way, but it will take, what, 30 minutes to reach
At the
Castle?
very least.
Probably more.
Probably an hour.
Yeah.
An hour? A
Yeah.
minute?
For
Go.
Caltech.
Yeah.
Well, it takes me a half hour to 45 minutes to make that same drive from.
And time works different
No,
on
locked
the
in.
game, so we could try to do it in the car.
Well, we'll at least be on the move and surrounded by people we trust. So I'm good with that. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay. So we get in the car
Okay.
and
Do we still have a stash of ether?
I was going to say you're leaving a hospital, so I was going to ask you if there's any pharmaceuticals you want to avail yourselves to.
The stuff that knocks you out and the stuff that wakes you back up.
yeah. Smelling starts in ether. There you go. Cthulhu lives are so exciting.
Ether,
I like this ship. It's exciting.
ether is no joke. Okay, so are you going to are people going to be put under on the drive there? I'm assuming. Is
Yes.
that what's happening? Okay. Have you guys used? Has any would anyone have had any in their academia or whatever had any need to use ether?
I think we've all used ether in the past. On
We've
this
done it to
adventure.
ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah. We've
Oh, you have?
Yeah,
Okay.
I accidentally gassed myself, I think.
That's what I'm at. Oh,
remember
that's
that.
right. That's right. Okay. Yes, because like you don't want to open the bottle of ether while you're all in the car
Yes.
because it's that volatile. It will make everyone dizzy and sleepy. Okay. So you're going to sort of position people to go to sleep. Drip, drip, drip. Good night, and then everyone else. Once the car's aired out, drive on. I'm assuming.
Sounds perfect.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So, Isidore and Camilla are going under. Whichever of you has the lowest luck, make a roll. No, make it the highest. Whoever has the highest luck.
My luck is 57.
Go for it.
Okay. Every time I pick up dice in this game, I swear, it's just a pit of anxiety. I got an 8.
Oh, okay, all right. So, so you guys all get in the car and you start driving, and that same guard kind of comes out and puts his hand up as you're driving towards the exit.
Arthur, can we help you?
Oh, I'm sorry, I need to search your vehicle on exit.
You do.
Oh, well, yes, there's sometimes people try to escape.
Oh, that's a very good point. I hadn't thought of that. I'm just gonna clock him.
Okay, all right.
Just pitch the bottle of ether at him.
Yay, Doris!
Yeah, just huck the bottle of ether at the ground between his feet.
Yeah, there you go. And drive off.
Pull a Batman. Poof. We're gone.
I have
With a
an
smoke bomb.
Yeah.
Pocket sand.
So make your
Everybody else goes to sleep and Batman just casually walks away.
That's how that really worked.
go ahead and make your fighting brawl roll.
Okay.
Ooh, holy shit!
Uh-oh. I made it. I got 29.
What's your roll?
48.
29, 48. So it's not quite half. Okay. I rolled a 16. Let me figure out what
snaps.
this guy's fighting might be. I'm going to grab one of these old NPCs and see.
He just catches your fist.
Yeah.
Not today, fast talking lady.
Well, maybe somebody else can use the ether.
He's like a 5 times Golden Gloves champion.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so his was a major? He did better. So, and the way that works when you're actually fighting, like fisticuffs, is if he chooses to fight back, which I'm going to assume he does, you actually take damage.
Okay.
So he popped you in the face for 4 points.
Not my face.
In the face.
And everything you call a face.
How much damage would it take?
4.
4. Okay, sorry.
Oh no. And our friend with the first aid is asleep under the ether.
And and he says with gritted teeth, "You're a day late and $1 short, lady."
Nobody's ever called me short in my life.
I'm just gonna poke the shotgun out the back window and be like, "We're driving on now."
Okay. Make your intimidate roll and give yourself a bonus die because you're holding a fire stick.
Doesn't seem like a day late and $1 short. Does not seem like Abigail mind control. I'm gonna feel really
I think
bad.
he's just legitimately trying to do his job and not
I
let
know.
people
Now
escape.
I feel
the
bad.
assignment.
I was like, oh. Oh well. Too late.
I got 22 under 35.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of puts his hands up and says, "Hey, wait a second. No one said there would be guns."
What did they
Guns
say
were
that would be?
implied.
What
Who
did they
says
say to
what about
expect?
what?
The doctor.
Oh, we got ourselves a car chase situation here.
Mm-hmm. How long ago did they leave?
Oh, about 20 minutes. Maybe 30, just before you pulled up.
Floor it.
Okay.
I'll get back in the car before he does that.
Okay.
Jump in the window. Just
Oh, you got out. I didn't realize you got out of the car to punch him.
Oh. No, I guess maybe not. That was what I pictured in my head, but...
Okay, so you start driving. You're heading north again at great speed. Give me like one driving roll just to sort of generally, because I'm assuming you're going to be taking some chances.
oh yeah.
Oh. My wife just walked up and whispered something and scared the crap out of me. She was saying hi, Kimmy.
Hi.
Wow. These are brand new dice that I'm rolling, and I just rolled a 12 under my 81.
That's the same thing I'm doing. I just opened up a new batch of dice and work it out nicely for me.
Like I got my dice subscription yesterday, and I was like, I'll use those. They're working. So that's an extreme success on my driving.
Okay, excellent. All right. Oh, yeah, here. There's some chase music. 1920s chase music. All right. Okay.
I heard there's beer in Norwalk and they're thirsty in Pasadena.
Got a long way to go and a short time to get there. We gotta do what they say can't be done.
All right. So after about 50 minutes, you pull up into the Caltech area. A campus I've never been on, so I'll make it all up. And
I've been there. They have a little observatory there. It's a cool building.
I've walked by the campus, but I've never actually been on it.
The observatory at Pasadena City College was actually dedicated by Albert Einstein.
Oh, was it really? No
Right
kidding.
across the street.
Okay. So, and you find the math department probably in the humanities building. I think they consider mathematics a humanity. Mm-hmm. So, you park outside the humanities building.
I see if I find one of those index map type of areas where they show where things are, like the
Are
math
we
department.
still
or something.
asleep? What happened?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot! I forgot all about that.
You're so excited about the banjo music, you forgot about the dreaming.
All right.
He
Okay.
was so pleased. He had the banjo music ready to go.
So you're in the stone tower when you awake. No,
Okay.
you're in the hospital beds when you wake up.
Well, poo. Okay. I get up and start looking around.
Okay. You get up out of the bed and go over to the door, and the door is locked.
Okay. It's a solid wooden door then.
Yeah, with that little window, just like it looks exactly like the door. It looks like Abigail Athenbright's room, except there's two beds in here, not one, like on opposite
Damn it.
walls.
Okay. I remove the mattress from one of the small beds and try to use it as a battering ram to open the door.
Okay. Make either a strength or a pow roll, whichever is higher.
Oh, POW is awesome. I'm super strong in the dreaming. 38 out of 80.
Okay, all right. So you break the door open, and you're in the hallway. All of this is looking eerily familiar to you.
Okay.
Well, last we saw Einstein, he was in the town next to the Brother Citadel.
Yes.
And intention is as good as reality.
I basically take both of Camilla's hands in mine, and I look her in the eye and says, "Let's concentrate. Let's travel to the town of the dead." She's no better name for it, is it? And basically, we both concentrate on seeing if we can get over there. It's never really worked out great for Camilla, but I want to give it a try.
Okay. You have the dreaming skill.
Yes,
Someone does.
I have Cthulhu Mythos and Dreaming. Yes.
Okay.
What's yours in dreaming now?
My Dreaming is at 14.
Yeah, it is the same.
Okay. So you can do it one of two ways. You can both roll, and then whatever happens with each of you, success or failure happens, or one of you can roll with an advantage.
Together or not at all.
Yep, together. Should I roll?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I think your dice have been much kinder than mine.
Come on, Pathfinder dice. I found these cleaning the house.
Oh, he dropped one on the floor.
I did.
And he's looking for it. And he's found it. He's reading the die.
I have a 10 with the advantage or a 60 without. So a 10 will actually make my dreaming score.
Okay, all right. So you are you're sort of like in the middle of the desert, sort of approaching this little town, and you can see the big citadel looming in the distance behind you.
I would think, Camilla, this requires haste, so I start doing the best as a jog with my gimpy leg. Does that apply in the dreaming as well, my gimpy leg?
No. It
No,
does not.
then I start running. I'm
Okay.
going,
Yeah,
Take advantage.
We are going. We are going
Yeah.
for this.
Okay, and you can see Einstein sitting on a porch, same porch, in the same place,
Same Einstein?
same Einstein reading a book, same book looks like one of his.
Rude.
Herr Einstein! Herr Einstein!
Well, yes,
Yeah,
you're back
need
so
your
soon.
assistance.
Please sit.
I go, I'm sorry to bother you, sir, but we found this manuscript with some equations that we desperately want you to look at and see if you can decipher any meaningful information.
Oh, well, let's see.
And I'm going to hopefully still have the manuscript, the folio, in my possession.
It's there.
Good.
There's no Russian writing on it.
Mm.
It's not
Okay,
smeared.
makes
It's just
sense.
not there.
Sure.
I'm going to hand it to Einstein.
I basically start guiding him through searching through the parts that we specifically wanted deciphered.
Okay. These equations, they are very consistent with my own observations. Yes. It's, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous.
Yes, but can they also be dangerous to someone who passes through the dreaming, through time, of their own free will,
Well,
who might be anchored in our time?
you could perhaps interfere with such a person's ability to move about. I would imagine someone who were to study this enough would no longer need to be dreaming in order to travel at will. This is stating that the point that perception and consciousness is manifested outside of space-time. And with such knowledge at a complete level, I can see where one would be able to move as one can here in the real world.
And to stop someone else from doing so.
Possibly, yes.
We need to know how to do this. If we can stop this woman from traveling freely through time and perhaps just limit her to her own timeline, I believe that her plans might be undoubtedly foiled.
That is possible.
Can you teach us?
I will need a few moments to study, if I may have such.
Of course. And basically, I'm going to sit down next to him, and I am basically concentrating on the idea of time passing as slowly as possible in real world versus the dreaming.
Okay. Make a dreaming roll with that thought.
Oh, sweet. I'm probably going to fail it, but it's a good idea. No, 46. Failed.
Okay. All right.
I mean, our dreaming knowledge is very limited. When we do stuff, it's actually really lucky.
Okay. So, he says, okay, I will explain this as clearly to you as I possibly can. And then, now we're going to cut back to the car. And the people driving in the car. So you guys are pulling up to the humanities building.
Are there any
they're still
fast,
the two of them are
fancy-looking cars in front of the building?
yes.
Uh-oh.
There was a very nice 1924
Oh, nice.
and it's immaculate.
Okay.
Even the tires are shiny.
They've got like the nice, like, I don't know if they had the, I guess they wouldn't then. It's like still
White
kind of a
walls?
spoke look.
They probably had, probably spokes. No, they have rims, spinners. No. But
Well, it looks like our friend is here. Just realized I'm the only person who is still awake who has ever met this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
At the
good.
very least, there's you.
Yeah. I'm gonna scan and see. Do I see them? Or actually, why don't we park the car and see? Hopefully, they will wake up soon.
What just happened to this? Hold on a second. Oh my god.
Did Abigail take over your computer?
Yeah, I think so.
That bitch.
It's what is going on? There it goes.
Someone is cursed.
Oh my god.
And I had this computer was working so slowly. I had to like factory reset it, and it only has like 8 things installed on it now.
I had to do that to my phone recently because it was just shutting itself off randomly. Now it works fine. It's just weird.
Had to show it who's boss.
I guess.
Yeah.
I will break you.
All right. So we.
You don't see them out there, no.
Okay. So are we parking, Melvin? Are you driving? Who's driving?
Yeah, we'll just park. Wait for them to wake up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the car and like put my hand on the other car, the fancy car, and see is it like still warm?
It is.
No. We cannot afford to wait. We need to get in there as soon as we can and stop them. I'm gonna go up and I don't know, start.
I'll charge into the place.
Oh,
Like shotgun in hand.
what do you think it is? Do you think should wait for them to wake up, or should we do that now and try and stop them?
Well, that's right. I forgot we took some smelling salts.
Will
Maybe
they wake
we
up
wake
when they're
one.
That is a good choice.
And
Hopefully
then
they are
they can
together.
inform us what's happening.
I like that plan. Who should we wake up? Here, I
We
will.
wake.
Ella.
Very good. Very good.
I just pick even and odd and then roll these.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Like, how do I do this without metagaming? I approve. All right. Very good. Let's wake up Camilla.
Give me 1 second because we got a couple things going at the same time. All right. Boom. Sleepers, check your Slack, please. And who are you waking up?
Camilla.
Okay. Camilla, stop reading. So you're no. Nose pain, awake.
Camilla. Okay, Camilla, we are here. They've just gone inside. We've only arrived a few minutes after them.
Right. Ooh. So there is a way.
Do we need to wait until? Did you find Einstein? Should we wait until
We
they're
found
done?
Einstein. We found
Okay.
Einstein. He's teaching. He was teaching both of us a way to stop her.
Oh,
But Isidore will have to stay.
so we should go in and try and stop them.
Yes, but is there a way? I need to be able to communicate with him. He needs to find her here. Wherever she might be, he needs to find her in the dreaming.
I mean, can you go back to sleep? I don't know.
You get that, Tyler?
Yep. I will
Maybe-
point that out to everyone else. Cars are pulling in around us.
Then we should go in. We should go in and hopefully he'll know when she comes out. And if not, I've got this bottle of ether.
Are they pulling in around us like they're attacking us, or just like?
Well, you're in like a large parking lot, and you see 3 cars in a row driving, driving pretty fast, and they kind of pull in, tire screeching even, into the parking lot, and they're sort of headed in your direction.
Oh, we should go.
Let's get away from the car, and they perhaps won't notice
Can
Isadora
someone grab
asleep in the
Isadora?
back.
I'll grab
Someone help
Isadora.
me with Isadora.
Oh, okay.
37 out of 85 for strength.
Oh, to pick him up?
Yeah.
Not a problem. You got him. Yep. I was going to say one arm over the shoulder, but you can fire him in the hand, probably. Okay. So you guys rush inside.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way to like lock the door or bar the door after us?
You are running toward the door. They're shooting. There's... Oh, someone got hit. How many? There's
What?
4 or 5 of you. Would someone like... Who has the lowest luck? I just rolled like 4 random attack rolls, and I rolled a 4 for one of them.
My luck
I have a
is
65.
36.
53.
29.
Oh,
29. What's Isadore's? Because he's being carried. His is high, right?
Yeah, he has like a 50.
Okay, all right. Okay. So you're hearing... You're
Yeah,
hearing...
like 57. Sorry.
Okay. You're hearing that someone's shooting, so you can, at this point, make a dodge roll if you would like.
I would like.
Okay.
That is the right course of action.
And I will allow you to like maybe dive behind another car if you would like to choose, which I will give you a bonus die for.
you're unconscious.
Yeah, but I can still show my
flops
support.
around and like makes a thumbs up.
I made a 39 under my 65.
39? Okay, all right.
Nice.
I can't actually fight anyone, but I can get away.
Okay, so you duck behind the car and ka-plink, clink, clink, clink. You can hear the bullets hitting someone's car.
All right.
So
I'm gonna-
you avoid being shot. You are kind of pinned behind this car, though. The door, you would have to sort of expose yourself to get to the door where everyone else is running to right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and return fire / lay down cover.
Okay, all right. Go ahead and make that attack roll.
I got a. I'm sorry. I got a 7 under 74.
Excellent. Okay. Kaboom, kaboom. So now you've got. There's now suppressing fire, so you can probably move into that
Not
building
like-
at any old time.
The old man in that second season of Walking Dead that just managed to stand out in the middle of a field with a shotgun and keep firing for 2 hours and never reload.
Oh yeah, the old guy with white hair. I can't remember his name. His shotgun never ran out of ammo, and he shot like 30 rounds.
I am going to run into the door.
Okay, so you end up hitting the driver's side of one of the lead car, and you definitely hit the driver, and he kind of swerves, and the car behind him rear ends him at a pretty good clip. And one of the two cars gets kind of knocked over on the side. So the third car manages to avoid it, and it's still kind of heading in your direction. And there is a guy outside holding a rifle, like sitting on the passenger side, still attempting to shoot as you guys run in.
I'll try and after I see that Camilla has made it to the building, I will attempt as well.
Okay. All right, you're able
Once
to
we're
get
inside, is there anything we can like bar the door with?
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably like one of those like wrought iron benches. You can kind of pick it up and put the 2 legs through the little push things on the
Yes.
something like that, or chair
Do
maybe.
that.
Earlith.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so you're all inside and the door is now barred.
Okay, great.
And you know that... no, you don't know that. Well, yeah, there's a directory, so you can, if you want to look to see where you're going.
Well, yes, let's do that.
Okay. Second floor, room 26 is... I forgot her name.
Professor Moss.
Yeah. Yes. Dr. Moss's office.
Rachel Moss.
Mm-hmm. We are headed that way.
Okay, so you rush up the stairs. Who's
that? Is Isidore still in the dreaming? Is he like?
He's out. He's still out.
Oh yes. Sorry.
What's that?
I'm dead to the world and asleep. Yeah.
Yeah. He needs to stay there.
And you.
And in fact, I am going to start whispering in his ear. It's like, find where we are in the dreaming. Find Abigail in the dreaming. You have to find her there. We're almost to her. If you can find her, we'll do this together.
I'm desperately trying to learn this, the moment that I'm secure that I have at least a chance of being able to replicate these sounds in some way, I'm going to move to try to find her, I guess.
Okay. He teaches you as quickly as he can. You do hear Camilla's sort of whispering very faintly. So if you would like to, you may try to make the dreaming roll and see if you can do one of those incongruous jumps that happens in our dreams. Who is leading the way up the stairs?
I am spending a considerable amount of luck, but I am doing so.
Okay.
I'm still carrying Isidore, so I probably shouldn't be going first.
I'll go first.
Okay.
You got a built-in meat
I'll
shield.
Keep up the rear.
I think it's better if I go in the rear, because, like, then...
Well, to cover for, like, if those guys with rifles come in.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Melvin, right as you turn the corner of the stairway to go up, like, the second half of the flight of stairs, you see a woman who's about, like, maybe 4'11" or 5 feet tall with long curly black hair. And she's wearing like a hospital gown. She's standing at the top of the stairs.
I just keep going.
Okay.
I will attempt to just tackle her.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack brawl roll.
Oh shit, she's got the higher ground.
Oh, no.
There's the higher ground.
Oh. I gotta spend some luck. Oh, you can't do that for combat rolls. I got an 89 on my 80 fighting.
Oof. Okay. She vanishes as you go to grab her. Like, literally disappears. And I'm going to ask you to make a sanity check, because I don't think you've seen a lot of the weird shit yet, have you?
No, I have not.
Okay.
So what is the sanity check? I gotta roll below my sanity?
You have to roll below your sanity.
It shouldn't be difficult. 25 under my 59.
Okay.
Has she disappeared? First of all, did we all see her as we're following him up the stairs?
Probably. He's ahead of you.
Yeah.
And he basically, probably by the time the rest of you rounded the corner, he's attempting to tackle her. So some of you probably did see her pop out of existence.
And did she disappear for all of us?
Yes.
Okay.
And she disappeared in that sort of disturbing way that Einstein sort of appeared to you that one time.
Yeah.
where you kind of see
Skin
almost
first.
it's like it's like you're seeing like his insides kind of first, like it's
Like
moving.
an in-person CT scan.
Yeah, like you're like he's moving. Like not all of him is in the universe that we know of at the same time. She kind of disappeared that way, and she appeared to take a step as she was doing it. So you're at the top of the stairway, and there's now a long hall in front of you.
What room? 27.
27.
Looking for?
Mhm.
I'll just go to room 27, I guess.
Okay, you start running down the hallway, and on the right-hand side, you've got like 21, 23, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25.
Oh no. If I go back, are they all still 25?
Yeah.
Is everyone still behind me?
The stair. Yeah, everyone's there. The stairs are gone.
Okay.
Are we all seeing the 25s too?
Yeah, and the stairs are gone. When you look back, there's no stairs back there anymore.
Doris is just going to start flinging open doors, the 25s,
Okay.
as she goes.
Can I use? Can I use like a combination of the warding that I know and the song that we know to ward off the hounds to try to see if I can break the illusion? Or the loop or whatever?
Sure.
Okay. So that is what I will try to do, is like, you know, start drawing the ward ahead of and behind where we are while using the song.
Okay.
And hopefully, you know.
Make that mythos roll.
Okay. It gets me, dice. It gets me. Nope. 97 over my 31.
97.
Ooh. Could have been worse.
Your skill level is what?
31.
That is bad. And you got a 97?
Mm-hmm.
That is a critical fail. No. That is a critical failure.
I thought it was a critical failure if it was 3 times above.
No, it's critical failure if your skill level is 50% or below to get a 96 or higher.
No.
If your skill level is 50% or above, only 00 is a fumble.
Well, so much for that idea.
So, Isidore,
Yes.
you were in Dr. Moss's office. She's tied up in a corner, and you can see Dr. Friedman is here. He has a shotgun, and you can also see the small woman who you now know to be Abigail Athenbright is here as well, and she's sitting at the desk, and her eyes are closed.
I shoot her as accurately, actually, as close as I possibly can, and I'm going to depress that trigger until it goes click.
Okay. I'm going to have you make a dreaming roll to shoot her.
Okay.
Sorry.
Damn.
No, because it's not an attack roll, and I can spend luck on it. So
All right.
Okay. I spent another 22 luck and I hit her.
Oh my god.
Okay. Roll your damage on that, please.
I don't have the damage for that on my sheet.
And that is what is it? Some kind of revolver, I assume?
Yeah, I have it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Should be D10 plus 2.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, 1D10 plus 2 for revolver.
So that's 9 points.
Ooh, okay. Okay. You're like shooting her in the back of the head? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. You do that. You shoot her in the back of the head, and the contents of her skull empty out the front through an exit wound. And you can see Dr. Friedman. He looks down and goes, Jesus Christ!
Okay.
And then he sits down with the shotgun and puts it in his mouth and
I
pulls the trigger.
try to stop it.
Okay, make another dreaming roll. I don't know how much luck you're going
He's gonna want
I'm out of luck, by the way, so
Okay.
I got like 3 points of luck left between the last 2 rolls I made. So that is a 13, and my fighting is 47.
Wow, you are on fire. Okay,
I'm telling you, this 1d10 with the 2 numbers cannot roll.
so it's got two numbers on
30.
it, 0 and 1.
Yeah.
All right. So you like grab onto the shotgun, and even though it's not there and you can't feel it, you are kind of forcing it to not go into his mouth.
It's like, don't do it, man. She's taken your mind. Take it back for yourself.
In the hallway, and he at one point during as he's like struggling, he pulls the trigger. So you guys hear a shot inside a hallway, inside the
One
like
of the
down the
25s.
hall,
Okay.
down the hall from you. It's also going to get dark.
And I start making that noise while I'm struggling.
Okay.
Best I can.
All right, give me another dream roll on that one. Let me
Oh,
know.
man.
I know that it's a necessary thing. Though.
My Cthulhu Mythos is slightly better than my dreaming, but cool. That is... I want to take a picture of these dice and to show you that I actually did roll a 9. I swear to God.
God. Best.
Do you have one of those D10s that's all zeros? Is that what you want? It's all zeros and ones.
You've been saving up.
He has. He's
I mean-
never rolled like this the entire time.
But, yeah. So, yeah. By a factor of 5.
Oh, okay, all right. And you were trying to do what?
I was making the noise that disrupted the
Okay,
time
got
travel
it.
of.
All right. Okay. So you guys continue down the hall?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm still just throwing open doors, like all the 25 doors just ran like.
It's
Throwing
exact
open.
same office over and over again.
Yeah.
Then you hear the shot, and you can see the end of the hallway, which you weren't really quite able to see before.
Okay.
And you can hear it. That shot happened.
That'll be the picture of my
Ahead
dice.
Oh, these are very nice dice too.
Yeah, Pathfinder dice.
That's a 9.
All right. Yeah, we're at least I am. I'm just like booking it down the hall if I see the
Okay.
end of the hallway again.
All right. You get to door 27, or the room 27.
Throw it open.
Yeah.
Okay. You see, I don't even remember what Dr. Friedman looked like. Do you remember?
I think he was actually a pretty proper guy.
Yeah. Very. Yeah.
Oh, that's
He wore suits.
nice suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
tallish.
The little round spectacles, I believe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting there, and he looks like he's struggling with a shotgun. It's a double barrel, and one of the two barrels has gone off. And you can't really tell what he's doing. But he's like sitting in a chair, and he's like trying to pull the gun towards him.
I would be trying to communicate with Camilla, but I'm busy making the noise.
Right.
What else has happened?
And
I'm asking as a player, are we seeing Abigail there?
Abigail is slumped forward on the desk, and you can see what looks like the contents of her brain on the desk.
Okay.
That
I'm
probably
gonna shoot her anyway.
Okay, all right. And then there's
I'm gonna.
you see there's a woman sort of tied up and gagged, like in the corner.
Okay, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna punch
go
Dr.
run to
Friedman.
try to get the gun out of Friedman's hands.
Okay, and Melvin, you're going to punch him.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and hit him.
7 points to Dave's other character.
You get to punch two of Dave's characters.
Well, it's definitely an exceptional or an extreme success. I got a 6.
Oh boy. Okay, all right. I'm going to say you clock him and knock him out.
I don't believe that Dr. Friedman was a very tough dude.
No.
Right. And there's sirens. You can hear them outside. They're distant, but they seem like they're getting closer.
Okay.
We should probably go.
I'm going to go over
Can
to
we
the
untie
restrained
Professor
woman.
Moss first? Let's untie
No.
Professor
Well,
Moss.
Yeah, I was.
Uh,
Yeah, that's. While you guys are dealing with the gun and the punching and the shooting, I'll go over and help
Okay.
her.
Doris is actually going to pull her gun on Professor Moss
Okay.
and just point it at her. What's your name?
Dr. Moss?
Camille, do we have any way to check that and make sure she's really Dr. Moss or Professor Moss, whatever it is?
The only person here who knows her is asleep.
Agreed. Isadora would be the only one, and
Well-
I dare not wake him.
Of more concern is if it's really Dr. Moss inside.
This is
Yes.
what I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Either way,
We should probably not untie her yet.
Say we should
Still
have
need
her
to get
tell us
out of
something
here.
only Dr. Moss would know, but none of us would
we don't know anything.
what those things are.
What's your home address, Dr. Moss?
What's your AOL password?
Guide us to your home and describe the inside of it. And we will go inside and check and make sure that that's correct.
When I
when
know,
Isadora phoned you, what did he tell you last night?
He said he was going to have something sent down, and then he called me back quite panicked, saying that there was someone who might be looking for what he was going to show me.
Doris is going to walk over, she's written books and stuff, right? Not Doris. Obviously, Doris has written books, but
Yes.
Obviously, Doris has had some great books forever.
Yeah. So Doris is going to go pull one of her books off the shelf and say,
Oh,
"This
good
is
idea. Okay.
blah blah blah, the book you've written. Who is it dedicated to?"
My father.
What is his name?
It says to my father.
I know. I'm seeing if she knows.
Oh, she knows his name? Well, how would you know?
No. If it says to my father,
It
I'm
says
waiting. I'm
to
trying
my-
to see if she knows,
Or
that
she's
it
gonna make up
says
a
to
name.
my father and not just the name.
It's
Never mind. Yeah, she did it. Okay.
Yes. I think you should shoot her anyway.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. All right. Let's let her up, and let's get out of here.
Okay. All right. Are you guys still carrying Isidore around?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's carrying Isidore?
Me.
Okay. Give me another strength roll.
48.
out of...
85.
Okay, all right. So you make it back down the stairs, down the
I start
hallway.
juggling Isidore. It's fine.
And you can see the car that had been coming into the parking lot is no longer there.
Okay.
So you all get into the car?
Is our car undisturbed?
It looks like it. I mean, you guys probably left the door. You probably were in a hurry, so you
Yeah.
probably left doors open and stuff, which are probably still open.
I'm gonna check under the bonnet.
Is that
just
the
to
hood?
Make sure.
Is that the
They
hood?
didn't leave the bomb for us.
They didn't do something, you know.
No, you don't see anything.
Okay, we go.
Did we just leave? What's his name up there?
I was wondering that too. But I
Oh,
also
yeah.
want to
Oh, yeah.
ask Dr. Moss what happened.
I'm assuming you left her,
We could
unless...
stay here and tell
No,
the cops,
I was
hey,
taking her with us. 100% taking her with us.
Okay,
definitely
alright.
want to take her with us. We can't leave her with like weird shotgun-toting Friedman.
Well, we definitely took his shotgun away.
I know,
Yeah.
but like, you know what I mean. He's
No, I agree.
large
No, we
man,
can't leave them
already
together.
overpowered for once.
Yeah, and he's definitely in trouble.
Say anything wrong.
Okay. So you all pile into the car with Dr. Moss and take
It's
off.
a tight fit now.
It is, absolutely. And go ahead and make that like bootlegger's driving roll there, because this is like...
Should we have left? Should we leave Friedman? Because could Abigail have jumped into Friedman instead? I mean, it's not like gender was a problem before.
Yes, that's very true. I didn't think of that. Although I don't.
Well, he looked like he was trying to.
I also don't.
When I knocked
really
out
feel
Dimitri,
good.
when she was in his body, that seemed to fix it.
He was also working to get rid of her,
I'm trying to make
whereas that is not something that we know Friedman would do.
I got a 17 on my drive roll.
Okay, all right. So you head like up into the hills, into like the little back roads.
And at like while we're doing that, can I question Moss and see what's going on? Did they say anything? Did they?
Can we say that we tied up Friedman before we left?
Yes.
Sure.
Although I don't particularly want to, because then when the cops come, he's going to be like all.
It tied me up.
He's gonna be like that anyway.
instead-
I was
Instead,
kidnapped.
we've got someone with a gunshot wound in her head, and he's unconscious with a shotgun in front of him.
Poor guy.
You had to leave in
I mean, the
haste.
cops are going to want us
Yeah.
one way or another.
Yeah.
There's no getting around that.
The cops may not know anything about us yet. They may just have heard, someone called because there were gunshots in the parking lot and a car wreck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In which case, we should just have tied up Friedman.
I mean, the cops are going to know about you guys. Nobody that we've interacted with today has ever gotten my name.
It's true.
I mean, technically, the only person we've interacted with today, the only person that they know is Doris.
Oh, good.
Well, that's true.
Your celebrity is
It's
cursed.
it's just Arthur too.
But my point is, if Friedman is now Abigail,
Well, you knew this, Doctor. Why don't we do the same we did for...
I can't in gun conscious let us leave him there because he was one of us.
It's
Well,
true.
I mean, do the same kind of questions, only he would know answers.
Yeah. So we should definitely take him
Except he's
with us.
unconscious and we're
Well,
On our
we
way
take
out
him
already.
along. I mean, our car is going to be like clown car, but
There is another larger car available that belongs to another
Oh,
doctor.
we could take his car.
It's
That
also faster.
yeah.
I'll let you retcon that if you make a luck roll, Pooja.
If I make a luck roll. Right.
You stand a better chance with me, and now my 2 luck.
Katie's helping you, hopefully.
just like what is on Pooja's face? Oh,
He's
he's cat paws.
so cute. It's like, hello, I'm happy, Mama.
My pets tend to stay
I
away
rolled
from
a
me when
1.
we're giving
Did
out.
you really?
Oh.
Okay. So
I'm so glad I'm not rolling anything.
right as you are all about to flee out of place, she says, "We should take him with us. Does he have his car keys?" That sort of thing. And then
Okay.
so you guys take the bigger car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take both cars.
Or take both.
Yeah, we'll take both cars.
Okay.
All right, I'll drive this. I'll drive our car, and Melvin can drive his nice fancy car.
Okay.
Okay.
Unless someone else
Very
has a
good.
better drive than I do, which probably is the case.
What's your drive?
Does this seem like a good place to end it? Because I think this seems like a good place to end it because there are some unanswered questions.
Sure. Up to you, man.
Isadora is still unconscious.
That's true. We should probably wake Isadora up.
Well, yeah, we still have like technically we have till 8.
Right. We still have a half hour. So
Okay.
I don't
depending
know.
on-
Do you think it's better to? I mean, Stu, you know the story. Like, are we able to take care of it? Are we able, or do you think it's going to take too long?
No, well, I mean, as far as your unanswered questions, I don't know, but as far as like what I had planned, we got through it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I kind of dig the idea of leaving some unanswered questions for some future down the road.
Well, yeah, we
Next
can't
time.
tie it all up in a neat little bow.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
I do
Yeah.
want to know, like, I feel like it's weird for us to drive off into the sunset with the rescued professor, an unconscious Isidore, and an unconscious.
We could wake up Isabel.
Yeah, and we could probably wake up Friedman too, and like at least get some basic info and see if like he was, at least being taken advantage of. You all have cute little animals. I don't have one.
Well, you have a baby. It's even better.
Oh, it's
You have
Not
a cute
as-
little human
A cute little human. Yeah,
who is absolutely adorable, by the way.
she is very cute.
yeah, it's actually
Not as like
babies.
she's not as calm and like nice on stream though. She's yeah, let's at least do like a debrief with them and find
Okay.
out what happened in that room.
Okay. So I'm assuming you're gonna wake up Isadora first.
Yeah,
smelling
Isabel
salts.
first.
Okay.
I would like to find out if Friedman is Friedman before we wake up Isidore. Is that wrong of me?
Well, you're trying to
How
spare
can
me
we-
the discomfort of seeing my best friend killed.
Yes.
I appreciate that, actually.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're gonna wake up Dr. Friedman first.
Okay.
Okay. You have plenty of smelling salts, and you wake him up.
Friedman?
Yes. Yes.
Do you know us? Do you know who I am?
It's too. It's not enough. It's too simple. There's not enough. There's more. I can't see it, but there's more. I know there's more.
She's gonna look at
Do you
Camilla.
sense
Look at him like, mm.
Do you sense it?
Edward.
I can almost see it.
Edward, look at me.
It's almost there. He's kind of looking at you, but his eyes are focused maybe like 12 or 15 feet beyond you.
Mm.
Edward, come to the physical. We're here now in the physical land.
It's right there. It's right there. I can almost see it. I can almost see it. His
See what, Edward?
rivulet of blood starts coming out of his nose.
Oh.
Edward, do not. The perception is not now. Do not try to perceive how. Do not commune. Do not commune.
His eyes kind of glaze over, and you can see that he's trying to perceive something.
I'm going to slap him
Okay.
as hard as my tiny little hand can do so.
Ooh, what's your damage bonus? You might-
None.
You don't
I
have a damage bonus?
40 strength.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so
I
smack.
am not Doris.
But it leaves like that nice little like white area on his cheek.
Right. And he kind of looks at you, and he is enraged. He says, "Why did you do that? I was right there. Why did you do that?"
Because Abigail had you.
Abigail.
The queen in yellow was using you.
It's right there. It's right there. You kind of get the impression that he's not all there.
Yeah.
He's not super coherent.
I'm gonna see if I can, like... It's just, no. I mean, I don't know how I would... I'm gonna try to persuade him.
Okay.
Just to see, like... to stop for the moment.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, it's not... It was no 97. It was just
Right.
85 over my 72.
So he's continuing to try to get back.
Well, he's not Abigail. That's for sure.
No, but he could be the next Abigail.
I don't know that that's true.
Do you think he's lost forever?
I think that he'll destroy his own mind. Literally his brain before he's able to become the next Abigail.
I hope you're right.
If the damage he's doing to himself right now is any indication, the damage I did to myself when I did this.
Doris is going to take a little bit of the ether, obviously outside of the car.
Or
And
roll
just, like,
the windows down at least.
yeah. I feel like, are we driving or did we stop somewhere?
Well, you're probably going through some crazy-ass back roads north of Altadena
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
We're on our way to Wrightwood.
And just kind of and put him back to sleep, like knock him out.
Okay.
Although maybe that's worse. I don't know. She doesn't know. And then we use the smelling salts on Isidore.
Okay. Isidore. Ooh, nose. You're muted.
I come to it, and I'm actually making that noise now in my as I come through, and I'm like, or whatever noise I'm making. I don't even know. Wow. When I look around, I go, "What happened? I shot her. I shot her in the head."
It was very effective.
But it was in the dreaming. I don't know.
And in reality.
And oh, there he is. Is he all right?
No.
He's not possessed.
He is, in fact, trying to commune himself with whatever.
So he has become infected, I see. Oh. What are we going to do now? What happened in the real world?
We stopped Edward from killing himself and untied Professor Moss here.
Professor Moss, I'm so sorry to have involved you in this.
What on earth is going on?
Probably
Here.
better that you don't know, actually.
Let's just say it has to do with maths and equations that Professor Einstein himself has affirmed that have something to do with time and space. And the people that were chasing this manuscript wanted to take that power for themselves and use it for nefarious purposes. We were trying to keep this information from them. and apparently they discovered my communication with you and you tried to use you as leverage to do so.
Can you let me out of the car, please?
I look around at everybody.
If that's what you really want, but we're a bit in the middle of nowhere.
I would like to not have any contact with any of you ever again, and I would like that to start now.
Stop the car. Let her out.
Okay. She gets out.
Do a spot hidden before we let her out. I
Sure.
just want to know if there's anything weird about this woman.
Go ahead.
I will never trust anything. I made it.
Okay.
For once.
She just seems extremely irritated and frightened. That's what you're sensing.
Okay.
Good.
And without another word, she turns down and starts heading back down the dirt road that you guys are driving on. You're probably like halfway to Angeles Crest Highway. At this point.
I'm more concerned with what to do with the good doctor here.
Well, obviously, we need to put him in some sort of institution.
Hey, we know where one is.
We probably should not put him in the one that he runs.
Yeah.
One we just had to threaten with firearms our way out of.
Could
Right.
we
Or
take
the
him
one
back
that he used to work at.
I was going to say, can we take him back to New York?
Probably be best.
That sounds as good as any place.
At least there we could contact his family or something. He must have someone.
I don't know if it would be best. It might be best if he's just... I don't know if there's getting better from this.
I have a suggestion that I hesitate to bring up. But we are merely hours from the Mexican border. They have healthcare, they have mental health establishments there with very little chance of them really locating any identity. Therefore, he could be cared for at the very least and be away from people that might want to find him, I guess. I don't know.
Honestly, it's as good a solution as any.
Yeah. Let's do it then.
Yay! So, Stu, we've decided to leave the good doctor in the care of a mental health facility somewhere in Mexico. We're going to cross the border.
Excellent.
So,
Okay.
So it ends with us driving into the sunset
In Mexico, yeah.
Towards south. It's heading south.
Excellent. All right.
A really nice car.
Yeah, in a super nice car.
Right. Okay. And scene.
Yay!
There you go.
My God, we did it.
Oh my God, Jim, it was your amazing rolls. I think we all would have.
Yes, we all
No,
would have
no.
died.
It was
And all your luck.
54 points of luck. That was half of that. The rest
Yeah.
was my own personal luck being burnt, I think.
Yeah.
I am not looking forward to playing Shadowrun or D&D next week because I'm pretty sure I'm going to flub everything.
Oh,
All right.
awesome. Awesome campaign, Stu. That was really
Yeah,
good.
that was great.
Thank you.
22 sessions. That's so many.
Yep.
That's a lot. And I think we actually kept a pretty straight face for most of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, let me say this game was probably the most anxiety-driven game that I've played in a very long time.
Yeah.
For all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Not that what
relentless.
was going on in the real world had anything to do with that at all.
Well, you know, that's just exacerbated the whole situation.
Right.
Yeah.
And the fact that we kept going, I'm sorry, my kidney fell out of my body. I can't make games.
You know,
I have
I
2 pages left in this notebook.
Oh,
been,
wow.
Oh, that's
Oh,
so
awesome.
cool.
Diary is almost 100% full.
That's
Oh,
perfect.
That's awesome.
And it would be full, except like there was that one day I forgot it or I couldn't find it or whatever. So I have like another two sheets of paper shoved into it.
You should copy it into there, and
No,
then you
it's
get it
from-
like all together.
It's from halfway through. Like it's.
Oh, okay. That would be
There's
out of
no-
order. That's right. That's not right. You're right.
all right.
Awesome.
Friggin' awesome, guys. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. That was
Yeah.
fun.
Yay.
I mean,
Do
this,
we want to go around and just say our favorite moments as
Sure.
like a closing?
that's going to be hard. I might have to think about that one real quick.
Oh, okay. Well,
Because there's so much time that has passed for this.
yeah.
I can hardly remember some of the stuff that happened in the middle, really.
This
Yeah.
game's been going on over a year. I mean, we haven't.
Yeah.
Well, wait. It's been almost 2 years because we had
You
like
just
almost a
turned
year of
bright
play, and then it's been a year since
Oh, that's true.
the
Yeah.
pandemic
Yeah.
started.
Mm-hmm.
So
I never put the real world date down on any of the session notes.
you did
Although-
such a good job of keeping track of fake world time.
Oh, wait. Yes, there is.
Oh yeah.
Look at this. I started prepping in February of 2019,
Wow.
and session 3 was in August of 2019.
Okay.
And that's the first session where I started taking notes because the other stuff was all kind of
Because we
pre-done.
started, I want to say, we started in, because the first date that we started,
July.
coincided with the first,
Oh, I think you're
I'm
right.
pretty sure.
Yeah, you're
Like,
right.
it was like, oh, we're going to start on the same day, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So there was like May 20th, 1923 was the first date of the campaign.
That makes sense with what I'm seeing because
Interesting.
most of my
That's
prep
very cool.
pre-starting prep stuff is the latest is like March of 2019.
That's awesome.
I'm just excited we made it.
Yeah, me too.
Almost exactly 2 years later.
That was so cool that your character like got tied back in at the end too. Your first
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
I had been looking for a place to put him forever,
Yeah.
and I could not come up with one. And then when I started doing the prep for the ending, I figured it was going to at least take place at one point in an asylum somewhere, and that, at which point I'm like, what a natural place for him to show back up.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome. All right.
all right.
Yay.
Well, thank you for
Good job.
watching the conclusion in session 22 of Murmurs at the Abyss.
I hope you guys enjoyed, because I sure as heck enjoyed playing with it.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank
Absolutely.
you
A lot
for
of fun.
hanging in there.
That was like a lot. That was a lot. I'm so glad that we got to like
Some
have
closure.
our unsatisfying conclusions.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm one of those people who believes that horror shouldn't have satisfying conclusions, or it's no longer horror.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes adventure.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, there's still like, you know, what's still going on? Did she still leave a legacy? Did we actually kill her? It's still up in the air. I mean,
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's why I'm so happy that our conclusions were unsatisfying.
it's great.
Alrighty.
That, like, we don't know if it worked. We don't know, like, who knows what's happening with
We
Edward.
won't know how badly we screwed everything up until Stu writes the epilogue.
Yeah,
That's true.
Like with Impact.
Yeah. Yeah. If you guys want to write up anything as far as like what happened to your character afterwards, like you went on and lived a happy, normal life, or you kept becoming more and more obsessed by things that you should not be obsessed with.
Yeah.
Things like
Yeah,
that.
Isidore and I basically like start an occult bookshop, but like continue to go into the dreaming over and over and over again until it drives us both insane.
I think that's actually very accurate. That's exactly what I was thinking too. It's like we're the only ones that can stop this, and then get embroiled in the whole thing and end up falling for it at the end. Tragically, it's actually kind of a great story.
Yeah.
But always together.
But yep, it's just Isidore's like, oh well, I got to sleep with her, but that's all we did. Damn it. All right, guys. I will talk to you later. Thanks so much. I appreciate it, and hopefully we can play again something new very soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Along the shore, the cloud waves break, the twin suns sink Carcosa. Strange is the night where black stars rise. Strange moons circle through the skies. But stranger still is lost Carcosa. Song of my soul, my voice is dead. Die thou unsung as tears unshed shall dry and die in lost Carcosa. Strange is the night where black stars rise, and strange moons circle through the skies, but stranger still is lost Carcosa. Song that the Hyades shall sing, where flap the tatters of the king must die unheard in dim Carcosa. Song of my soul, my voice is dead. Die thou unsung as tears unshed shall try and die in lost Carcosa.
The preceding program has been a presentation of the Angry Folk Media Empire.
Bum, 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 bum.